Hey guys, it's Andrew Murray. I have a real special guest, Jerry Billette, with me on the webinar. We're going to be starting at the top of the hour. Just wanted to welcome everyone to this webinar. And Jerry's got a crazy story. He's got an amazing story. He's going to let you know how he went from being a Facebook newbie with about 30 friends on Facebook to 1,200 friends in about 4 months, and then went on to make like over $5,000 in just a couple weeks, all from Facebook using all free marketing. So um, it's pretty cool, and we're going to get to Jerry and his story at the top of the hour. So welcome everyone to the webinar. You're lucky you got on board. All right, hey guys, when you come on the webinar, you want to navigate to this group, the Internet Marketing Dojo group, which is facebook.com/groups/ Andrew Murray. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be connecting in this webinar and allowing some interaction so you can really get the most content, the most value out of this whole webinar presentation. Okay, so cool. So we got just about a minute to go until we launch off into into all the content, and yeah, it should be some stuff that will make your head spin. Okay, so here we go. You got the top of the hour, Jerry?
I'm here, Andrew.
Okay, cool. All right, we got Roger here. So yeah, we got a bunch of people on the webinar. Wow, actually, yeah, we've already got. We're probably going to max out this webinar. We had just over 200 people register for this, and this is definitely something that people want to hear about because Jerry has such a tremendous story, and and he's just been crushing it online, and he's going to show you exactly what he's doing. So yeah, so basically, what I want to do is just put the face to the name here for a second, so you guys can see who Jerry is. That's Jerry Billette. He's got a tremendous story, and he's going to be breaking it all down to you as we get started. So, how are you doing tonight, Jerry?
I'm excited. I'm excited. Ready to help some people who need this information.
Cool, cool. All right. So what I want to do is I just want to make sure everyone on the webinar can hear us. If you're in the webinar room right now, you want to go to facebook.com/groups/ Andrew Murray. That's the link up here, and add yourself to the group. And I want to know if you can hear us. Can you hear Jerry and I? So if we could just get temporarily blocked. Okay. All right. So I'm not allowed to post in my own group. Okay. Sounds interesting. So there you go. Well, Jerry, looks like I don't understand Facebook at all. Maybe I should just turn the sucker over to you. Why don't you start and tell everyone your story? And as you're doing that, if you every once in a while just pop over here and see if you can uh, uh, add some of these people who are requesting to be in. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your story, Jerry? How did this all come
De-
about?
Definitely. Well, as Andrew pointed out, my name is Jerry Villette. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica. Came to America as a young adolescent, but always grew up in Jamaica poor. Never really had a great upbringing. Poverty and a lot of pain and violence. I connected to criminals at a very young age because I really had no family. So the street life was really the family I had to turn to. I came to the United States when I was very young, 16 years old. I was always a good student, but I lived a double life because I never knew how to balance out being average. So during the day, I was a student by day, criminal by night. Um, by the time I hit 17, could had no money to go to college. You know, I used to sell drugs to feed my family, um, and I'm not proud to say that, but I did. And turned my life into the military because I realized I had no options, and I was afraid of dying. But I joined the military, served 4 great years, got to see the world, did 2 combat deployments, Iraq and Afghanistan, highly decorated. Came back and came back into a world of depression and suicide, PTSD, um, and a downfall to my life immediately happened as soon as I got back home. Fighting PTSD, I went right back to my street life of selling drugs, violence, and in summer 2011. Paid the price for that. Got shot in the head actually, and went to jail and faced 20 years for an armed home invasion. And the only evidence was held against me was my skin color. And in the state where racial tensions ain't pointed out that much, but it's very high, I was the face of that. I fought that for a year, and it was thrown out by a judge when he realized my constitutional rights were violated. And that ended, and I turned 21, and I decided to dive into network marketing because I realized, I had to do something to change my life, and I was going through college as a full-time college student, majoring in psychology, and working a full-time 12-hour shift at nighttime at Polartec, a manufacturing company, and I got laid off from that early summer last year, going into 2012. Got laid off from my job. Bills came dry. Had to make a choice: pay for college or pay for food. I chose to pay for food. Had to pull out of college, so I could never finish my schooling, and dove into an industry and completely failed. The first company I was with was Herbalife. I failed utterly bad, lost 12K within 3 months online. And that's where the hunt for what needed to be done for me to balance it out and succeed online. Going into this year, I actually got sick and caught a very rare condition that I was born with, and I nearly died in January 2012. If it wasn't for my girlfriend sitting next to me right now, I wouldn't be on this webinar. I was on government insurance. I couldn't afford health care. I couldn't afford to stay in the hospital, and I lost 45 pounds this year. That's why I'm kind of skinny in that photo. I came out of the military a little buff, and I lost 45 pounds this year. And for 3 months, I fought to stay alive with a G-tube in my stomach to live, and I fell into deep depression. And 4 months ago, I nearly took my life. While my girlfriend was sleeping on the couch, I was sitting there and I contemplating killing myself because nothing was going right for me, nothing in any way, shape, or form. So if things are not going right for you right now, online or in your life, I can tell you, if I can do this, you can too. Had 30 friends, like Andrew said, on Facebook, and I had to develop a strategy to make money. I was sleeping on the floor after surgery. Couldn't pay bills. My girlfriend was paying all the bills in my house, and she doesn't even make enough money to pay her own bills. So we really, really struggled, and I made a decision. I decided not to kill myself and really go hard on Facebook. To this day, I still don't know Facebook like that. I still don't know the settings and all that, but I know a simple, easy way that if you want results fast, I'm going to show you a way tonight, and I have not looked back ever since.
Cool. So let me get this straight. You grew up in Kingston, Jamaica, one of the toughest places in the world. You got into crime. You got out of that in the military. You got PTSD, which is what is that again? Can you just explain?
That's post-traumatic stress disorder. When I got back, I was taking sleeping pills. I couldn't sleep at night. Antidepressants because my psychologist knew I was suicidal, and I was very scary to my peers because if you would touch me, I would hurt you because I always saw combat.
Right. How common is that?
Uh, it's very very high right now. Seeing how soldiers are coming back. If you watch the news, you see soldiers killing themselves, robbing
Right.
robbing banks. You know, it's a very very bad disease. It's pretty. They say it's uncurable once it affects you. But I'm living proof that's not true. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's awesome. And then you got shot in the head. Like did a bullet graze the side of your head, or how did that happen? I mean, because
Oh yeah, yeah. I was in the
most
project.
people don't make it through that.
Yeah. I should not be living right now, Andrew. I should be very much dead. But yeah. That night I was in the projects in Massachusetts, hanging out with my friend. And then I was walking back to my car to go home at 3 in the morning. Bullets started ringing down on me, and because of my training in the military, I was able to move and avoid as much shots as possible. But one still took me down to the ground. Like when the bullet hit me, I thought I was dead. And so I don't know if it was an angel or something. Something said, "Move, you're still alive." And I jumped up and ran. And then a cop car cut me off, and he got out and beat the living crap out of me.
So after you almost got a shot in the head, then you got beat up by a police officer.
Oh, I got beat up by 12 police officers because apparently a home invasion took place, and the only thing they knew was three black guys, and they found one with a bullet wound to his head. So that's him. You know, I spent 2 months in jail. It was crazy. My family disowned me because of it, and I had a 5988 hearing. That's a danger to society hearing. That's when a judge and the grand jury decides if you're a menace to society. And I beat that because they realized, the only thing we have on the kid is he's black. There's no fingerprints. He doesn't have a
Hmm.
gun. Why is he even being charged for this? But I still battled that for a year,
Wow. Okay.
and was on probation at the same time while I was going through all this and going to the VA. I had no life. It was probation, court, VA, pills, probation, court, VA.
So
So
that and you've just gone through the PTSD, all that medication. You know, how did you? And then you get into I think it was Herbalife, and you lost what 1,200, which probably would have been most of your spare income at the time.
it was actually 12,000, my friend.
Oh,
It was
12,000. Sorry.
12,000 buying leads. Yeah,
So
buying leads.
$12,000 you
Yeah.
poured into Herbalife.
Yep. Jumped in Herbalife, bought the supervisor package, bought many will slots. My girlfriend thought I was insane. My family thought I was crazy. I borrowed money from my dad, borrowed money from it was just bad.
Okay. And then even after all that, I mean, I could see so many times where people that I've worked with, people that I've coached, probably people in this webinar who would have, at a quarter of what you've gone through at an eighth, at a 16th would have been like, that's it. I'm done. Forget this. Um, we're going to get to some of, how you made your transformation, but I just think you got such an inspirational story. So, who's inspired by Jerry's story? All right, and I spelled that wrong. I did that on purpose. Okay.
Nice grammar, buddy. Nice grammar. I like it.
All right. Well, I'm somehow Facebook decides that in my own group that I set up that I'm misusing. I posted too many times in this group. So, be that as it may, let's just jump into quickly how you came across me and how you came across MLM Zing, and then I know people really want to hear this strategy and how you went from being broke to be able to make $5,000 in about 14 days. So first off, how did you come across me and MLM Zing?
Oh, that was actually I was last company I was in was Visalis, and you were crushing it in Visalis, but I still didn't know who you were, and I joined under a leader in Visalis with I had $100 to my name, it was pretty insane. I had $100 to my name, and he called me on the phone and said, "I will change your life. I'll teach you marketing and show you everything you need to do." I know I shared my story with him, trusted him, and I took that leap. I sold everything in my apartment, everything, and came in ViSalus at the $999 level and failed for 2 months in ViSalus. And that leader left ViSalus. He went into, I don't even know what other company. He jumped into 3 different companies and was like, "Hey, you need to come with me." And I was like, "Dude, I cannot afford to go with you. You need to help me. You promised to teach me marketing." And he told me, "Well, screw you." And I made some strides. Like, I had a radio interview on my life and did some amazing things personal development wise. And I saw this leader using my story, making tons of money off of it. And I was crushed. I didn't know what to do. So if you're in that position right now, you're like, "I'm Jerry, I hear you, but I don't got what you got right now. I don't know what to do." Well, guess what? I was worse. I had no money, and I saw Andrew, and I started doing some research. Who was the top enrollers in ViSalus? And Andrew just made it to the number 4 position. I was like, man, I'm going to take a shot. And I threw out the biggest SOS message to you, and then I found out we were friends on Facebook, and I was like, hey, my strategy's starting to work a little bit. I'm friends with a top recruiter. And I sent out a message, and I think you remember that message. It was like, "Hey, man, I've been burnt. I'm broke. I have nothing. I need your help. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I need this right now. And I don't have a family. I can't buy anything. I I need it." And I still remember the words you said back to me. "Who was the sponsor? What happened?" And I explained my story, and I was crying, typing it to you. And you were like, "Let's go. Let's change your life right now. If you're not going to make excuses, I'll show you what to do." And, you didn't baby me. You said you set the roadmap and set the path. I bought MLM Zing. I went through MLM Zing in 3 hours. I went through that thing in the first day. I took so many notes. People were looking at me. I secluded myself in my apartment with just a blanket and a pillow and my laptop and MLM Zing. Watched you and your beautiful wife, who's an expert marketer herself, module after module after module after module, and I reached out to you every time. "Hey, I'm confused on this." You answered my questions, and I implemented every step of the way, and I'm still going. Every night I watch a module to this day. And my girlfriend, she calls me Mini Andrew because I actually bought a NLP training, and I model you. Like, I actually go to your blog every day and listen to the way you speak, and I imitate you in the mirror. And she's just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "I'm modeling. I want to attract Andrew's technical and skill sets." And it's amazing. The universe is just bringing people to me. It's pretty incredible.
Cool. Yeah, and that's awesome. So, and now I think it's everyone's turn, myself included, to to learn from you, because I think you've got just a fantastic um, system here, and I just want to give you the controls here. Um, all right, so should be on your screen now, and Facebook Kingpin. Let's see. Let's see how this works.
All right. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep, we can see you.
All right. Want to make sure the webinar is awake real quick. Are you guys fired up and ready to laugh at how easy this is? Like, literally, guys, if you think this is a technical thing, you must not know me. If you ask Andrew, I'm not Mr. Technical. I still don't even know how to mess with Facebook security settings. But the first thing I want to show you, I like easy. Yeah, me too, Andrew. I love easy. But first thing I want to show you is the psychology of prospecting and how to really target your audience. I don't care what your offer is or what your what you're trying to promote or sell or anything, you have a target market. You have a target audience. And the way for you to go about getting the right people in front of your presentation is not to spam them and is not to pitch them. So this is going to be, I say this, if you can talk, if you have friends, you can do my strategy. And let's get this ball rolling. Okay.
So
I'm
you're
going to look
saying,
at,
Jerry. So you're saying, Jerry, that first things first. I mean, this can work for anyone, no matter what company they're in. Doesn't matter.
it does not matter.
Okay.
It does not matter. I was using this, I was developing this strategy when I was in Visalis, and that's a 500 to 999 buy-in, and I was able to recruit a few people with this strategy.
Mm-hmm.
And that was when I didn't even master it. That was when I was developing it. So, yes, I don't care what your offer is, what your company is, 67, 999, 5,000. It's all about making people like you. It's all about connecting with the person on a subconscious level and becoming friends with them. And though when if you ever notice something about a human being, if you talk to your friends, you ever notice how they just tell you their problems? It's the same thing online. If you make somebody stop worrying about you pitching them and they're like, "Man, this guy is awesome." They'll tell you what's wrong. They'll tell you, "I'm not recruiting. I'm looking for another opportunity. I can't make money." And as a marketer, your job is to provide the solution. So you could provide an affiliate product or your network marketing company or your 100% commissions offer. But I'm going to stop rambling on and get moving. And I want to show you the three biggest mistakes every marketer is making online and why it's so easy for me to stand out and why it's so easy for guys like Andrew and this guy right here, Gregory Napier, shout out to Gregory Napier, to just crush it. Let's look at Carice real quick. Okay, he's got a picture of himself. That's good. You know, I see a lot of people online right now having their BizOp picture right here. So if you're on this webinar and you have your BizOp picture right here, you are throwing money away. You are repelling money away from you because nobody cares about your BizOp. People join people. And this is so simple, and I'm going to make you guys say, wow, I've been doing this mistake. Why have I been doing that? So what's the first thing you see when you hit Carice's timeline? Money.
Yeah.
What is so cool about that? That does not appeal to anybody besides people with a get-rich-quick mindset. Now, if you're trying to attract tire kickers into your business, more power to you if you want this there. You'll sign them up. You know, like, let's see what that was. 3,000 in a single day. And you see all these people, you can see all these huge comments. Oh, I want that overnight. Yo, this is awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Damn, son, so hood. You know, like, is that the type of people you want in your business, guys? I don't think so. And then you look at his wall, he's not providing any value. If you win the 5 like, sorry, Carice, if you're on the webinar. Barack Obama and Jay-Z, you know, quote, that's good. Everybody on Facebook does quotes, spam. So everybody's doing the same damn thing. Donald Trump, yep. You know, he's not offering anything. He's not positioning himself as an expert or a leader or somebody you could call a friend. All you're seeing on his wall is, yeah, son, making that money. All right, and that's mistake one. And guys, that was just mistake one. Now let's go look at another friend I have. First mistake they make, your business. When somebody hits your timeline, they immediately going to look right here at your face. Oh man, he's a dad. That's awesome. I'm a father, or I have a son. That's great. He's connecting right there. Psychology, guys. That's awesome. But then all of a sudden their eyes just do this. Empower Network, goodbye. You know, oh, and he's spamming the hell out of both his businesses. MCA.com. This is not smart. So if I got some MCA people on, I know a lot of you guys are doing this. Take it down tonight because I'm going to show you why. Okay? And this is all he's doing. Motor Club of America. Motor Club of America. His son flashing money. Do you think parents like that stuff, guys? Yeah, I got my son. Chicka chicka what? You know, like, like, guys, I'm so, I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. Um, guys, you know this, like, this is cool. People like seeing this, but they want to see you behind that check. I
Yeah.
remember as a newbie, I would come and see this, Chris record, and it's on your wall. Guess what I'm doing? I'm going up here and I'm going, well, let me get off this guy's wall. Chris record, and guess what I'm doing? I'm signing up with him. I'm not saying don't shout out leaders. I shout out Andrew all the time, but I don't show Andrew holding checks because I don't think Andrew wants me to show him holding checks. And
Yeah.
again, look, MCA, 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 MCA.
Let's kind of back up here for a sec, Jerry. I just kind of want to talk or ask you a little bit about the overall game plan, of what this is. Now, you mentioned, a little bit about psychology, and I think a lot of people don't really understand the mindset,
Mm-hmm.
because what happens is people come and they'll read something in their email, they'll go to a webinar, maybe they'll buy a product, and a lot of products don't really talk about the reason behind the why. So what you have is people copying people, and they don't really know what they're doing. And you kind of alluded to that with some of what you talked about on those guys' walls. But people really, in a lot of cases, don't understand why they're following and why they're mimicking someone. What's the kind of psychology or overall picture here that people need to wrap their head around, if it's not just spamming a link and putting pictures of checks and kids holding cash and all that kind of stuff.
Well, definitely. And this is the psychology I learned from MLM Zing. It's called the U Inc. business model. And this right here will change your life. The psychology of being a marketer is providing value and solutions to the marketplace. So, again, like I said, you always just drop your business. Your business is not going to pay people. And I know it's what got you. You made the mistake of getting emotionally attached to a company, and you joined the company thinking, oh, the company's the greatest thing in the world. It can cure cancer. It can do whatever. It pays me $5 million. But your prospect or somebody who comes into contact with you, they don't care about that. They're only thinking two real important questions. Can you be the leader to take me to my goals? And will you teach me the skills necessary to get me there? If there's a no in any way, shape, or form, it's the main reason why people are rejecting you or why people are resisting you. You're going to see me start going into real lifetime prospecting a little bit. And you're going to see that as a human being, our first defense is put the wall up. We're emotional creatures. And I learned this taking psychology. When we're comfortable is when the wall comes down and, the eye, like you ever heard the saying, the eyes are the gateway to the soul. Well, when the wall's down, the gateway to the soul is wide open. So the psychology is to get invited in, to paint the picture that don't worry about the company. You're joining me, and I'm the leader that will take you to your why, because I know the skills and I will teach you, and it's very easy, simplicity at its best. And if you follow this, I will promise you, if you don't see results, I will come back and help you again and get you to that. And 10 times out of 10, I think Andrew would agree, it's why people join you.
Yeah, absolutely. People are really looking for for that connection, for that one-on-one interaction. I mean, you mentioned that don't put a picture of your company logo as your picture. People want to see people.
Yeah.
They want to connect with real people, and
Mm-hmm.
there's a tremendous power in that. And I mean, everyone's got their guard up against spam.
Yeah. It's crazy. I like these friend requests that just came in. I don't know any of these people, and I think I shall start here. By the end of the night, they're gonna think I'm a cool guy. They're not going to care. They're not even going to know what company I am, because if you look at my timeline, there's nothing about my wall. There's nothing about my business. There's nothing about what I make. But what you will find out is he cares about me. He painted the picture of my why. You're supposed to paint the picture. People think in pictures. So I want everybody who's on this webinar, what's the color? Don't look at your car. What's the color of your car right now, guys? If you own a car, go ahead and answer that. What's the color of your car? Now, don't get up and go to the window. I'm telling you, stop cheating. You should know the color of your car. You've been driving it all your life. Um, Black. Okay, Andrew, you're cool. All right, let me
Am
ask
I
you,
the only
Andrew.
one with a car?
Well, Andrew, you ain't
Oh, okay.
balling on the
I
budget,
just
brother.
refreshed. I was wondering if maybe some of these people had heavier stories than you, Jerry.
Oh man, I hope not, because we're gonna get them going.
All right, now we got some
Awesome.
people that are typing.
All right, awesome. I see black, dark blue, green, silver, silver car. That's pretty pimp. Champagne. All right. I want to. Who is this? Krishonda Brown. Shout out to Krishonda Brown for having the coolest car. I've never seen a champagne car. Silver. Okay. So you guys answered that question. Now let me ask you this: Which? How many doors are on your car? Do you have a 4-door? Do you have a 2-door? Do you have a 6-door? You're driving a U-Haul. What? I hope nobody's driving a U-Haul. 5, 4, 4, 4. This ain't a trick question, is it? Oh man, I'm about to blow you away because you're all about to say the same thing. All right, the spammers are out tonight, guys. 5, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2. Okay, here's now ready to blow your guy. I'm about to blow your mind. When you were thick. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Did you see the picture of your car in your mind before answering? Who saw the picture of their car when I asked the question, all right, what's the color of your car? Who saw that picture in their mind? And then when I asked, how many doors are on your car? Who really thought in their mind, oh, I got 4 doors? Yes. All right, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Isn't that amazing? I don't know any of you, but I can tell you something about yourselves. I did. Yes, yes. This is awesome. Keep them coming in, guys. Yes. Yep. Yes. Definitely. Awesome. Well, guys, you just learned something about the human body and the human psychology. We think in pictures. So if you want to sign somebody up into your business, if you want to sell an affiliate product, you need to paint the picture in their mind first and have them see it as their why. And every time you will sponsor somebody, every time it's fail proof. That's how I go about doing this. I'm not a master marketer. Oh my God. I can name many marketers that are better than me, but I can blow them out the water because they just mess up on this one simple. Hold on. Willie Robert. Okay. So here we go. Before I go live, I'm gonna really go. I'm about to go live into what I do. You guys are about to laugh. Who got value in that? Which one of you guys learned something right there that you never knew about yourself? And now we're smiling like, wow, now that I know that, I have an edge on the competition.
Yeah, I definitely got some value out of that. Um, just even thinking in pictures. I mean, it's so true. But I'm intrigued how you kind of see that and how you kind of set that up. because a lot of that is how we derive like the story based marketing, story driven marketing, and then moving over to the pictures, to the visual. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm totally excited to see how this works, how you do this live.
Awesome. All right, now we're about to go live into the strategy. Yeah, here's Michelle, a teammate. Um, Taught her this strategy. She's killing it right now. Um, yeah, it's we think in pictures, guys, and now it's the psychology. I'm gonna teach you how to be the alpha in any conversation, no matter if the person out earns you, no matter if the person doesn't know you, how to get the walls down. And there's nothing better than somebody who just reached out to you first. Hi, Jerry. Thanks for the friend accept. But first, again, what kind of person is this? So we're gonna go look at him. I'm on the webinar now. Oh man, Willie, don't be playing with me like that, brother. Um, yeah, as you can see, I have fresh prospects all over the place, and I like to say, put the money, my money where my mouth is. So I want to talk to somebody I've never talked to before, never talked to. Who? Oh, okay, Regina. All right. Okay, what kind of person is Regina? So now I'm going to show you how to dissect the timeline, how to really know, is this the right person you want for your business? Successful entrepreneurs or entrepreneurial mindset people share themselves over a business. So I just look at Regina's timeline. This is a nice picture. It pulls me in. It lets me know that, maybe she wants to go there, or maybe that's something that appeals to her. So now I have a little strategy starting to go in my mind. Okay, she likes this. She likes exotic locations. Okay, let's go into her profile. Let's go into Regina's profile. Okay, what does she do? She's a freedom creator, Las Vegas, 2011 to present. Okay, that's pretty cool. And then you're gonna scroll over here. I love life and freedom. In March 2008, I retired from a 20-year career in law enforcement. Right there, I can start a conversation with Regina. Hey, I see that you were in law enforcement. That's pretty respectable. You did 20 years. It's so simple, guys. You don't have to be creative. This is so simple. Took my family on my own terms. I have to be honest, it was a very scary move, but I can't tell you how grateful I am to be able to present for my family and friends, my church, while having the freedom to do the things I love. Boom, I connect with Gina on that. I know that fear. I can start a conversation. Hey, I just read your profile. I so know that fear of trying to take your family on your own terms. And I could share my story with her initially and have her just drop her wall down completely.
And you know what's
And
interesting about that Jerry, if you just scroll up a bit, is she's kind of saying right there where you're reading about a very scary move.
yep,
It's kind of interesting because she's hinting about doing something transformational, and
yep,
yet she's not saying exactly what it was. It's still a bit vague, but it's probably something that she would like to talk about because it obviously had such a huge impact on her, and it was a big decision in her life.
definitely. And I want to add on to that. She just gave you ammo to have a conversation without the walls up, without her. What are you trying to spam me with? She'll connect with you immediately because one, you took the time out to know something about her, which a spammer does not. Two, then you scroll down. All right, she has family. She has a son. She has a niece. Look, oh, baby niece. Let me tell you something. Women, and when it comes to babies, you compliment a woman's baby. Oh my God, it's like cutting butter with a hot knife. They just, oh my God, he's so awesome. Yeah, that's my niece. My teammates on the line right now. I think that's how I prospected them. So they're probably like, oh yeah, you got me with that. So, and then you look at what she's doing. Okay, what is she doing? You immediately know what business she's in. So if she's in your business, don't approach her. She's an Empower Network. Awesome. Easy money method. Okay. But she lacks expertise a little bit because a real skilled marketer would not put these links up here in the profile. And they wouldn't talk about, hey, this business opportunity, $25. So there's a need here.
Right.
There's a need here. Some marketing. So I might not bring her into my company, but I can build that relationship, and once that wall's down, figure out what's really bothering her, what's the results about, and give her a solution. Right here, she needs a solution. Now I can see that because down here, you see, and then she did it right here, but she dropped the ball up here. Any serious seven-figure marketer who might be looking at Regina would go through this and be like, "Oh God, come on, Regina, don't do that." How do I know? Andrew told me not to.
Right.
So let's go live. Is it time to go live, Andrew?
Yeah, yeah. Let's go live. Now, I just want to ask you about like she had her phone number and stuff, and some different maybe like a Skype handle or something there.
Yeah.
How do you use that information, or do you use that later once you got more connected?
I use that later once I get more connected. I thank you for catching that. When you see a phone number in there, guys, that's awesome because people buy in different ways. Some people need email follow-ups. Some people need voice broadcasts. Some people need text messaging. I signed up I think three people last night from text, and I was doing this strategy on them, and it was just the wall was there like crazy. And then I sent them a text message like, "Hey, have a good night. By the way, it was great talking to you tonight. If you need any help, reach out." They all immediately send me your link. It was insane. And I spoke to him for like 20 minutes. And yeah, definitely. You can I can I'm going to show you in this webinar if she's really getting hot, really closing themselves down like because your job is not to close them. Your job is to have them close themselves down for you. You can actually when somebody's like really in the hot zone, you can give them a call on the phone and finish them off. How awesome is that? Like, hey, Regina's just like, Jerry, this is awesome, blah, blah, blah. And I just give her a phone call. Hello? Hey, Regina, what's going on? And, I didn't want to keep talking to death on Facebook. Just want to say, hey, let you know there's a voice behind that face you see over there, that beautiful face. How you doing? People really respond well to that because you took the time to build a relationship first.
Right.
And another thing you could do, real quick before I target Regina, is look at the pictures speak 1,000 words, guys. So right here, Regina is a family woman. See her niece, her son. That woman's happy. She's living her dreams. The eyes tell a lot. And if she's not at her dreams, I'm gonna help her out. Look at like right here. This is what I'm gonna use right here to start the conversation. So if my teammates are on this webinar right now, you guys are like, oh, yeah, I know what he's about to do.
All right. So how would you start a conversation based on a photo like that? Would you pick this photo versus the kind of one that's on her timeline? I mean, what would you say? Oh, great pick. You know,
Uh,
you pick.
I would pick that photo because I want to the saying is the first initial contact is the most important. So the reason I would pick this pick is because I want the person to immediately connect with me and really drop the wall down. Because if I say, hey, nice photo, the wall's going to go up and then it's going to be a battle. I want the most least resistant. Oh my God, she's friends with my sponsor. I don't like that. Okay. I want the most least resistant way. And, she's a family woman and, she loves her niece. So I would say, oh, Regina, like, hey, Regina, the pic with you and your niece for Halloween was adorable. Nice to be connected with you. How are you doing tonight? So right there, Regina's going to immediately read that and be like, what pic is he talking about? Bam. She's going to be like, wow, he took the time actually to go through my profile. That's pretty cool. I called her niece adorable because, again, women and kids, I don't know what it is. It's women love kids more than guys. I wouldn't use that on a guy because a guy would be like, oh, you weirdo. I don't know why, but women and kids, women are very, very responsive to kids, and
Okay.
you know,
Now
just to
let's
put
uh, now let's juxtapose that. If we go back to Internet Marketing Dojo, we got a couple. I'll just leave them in there. We got a couple spam links here. Um, kind of a good comparison to what you're doing with that high touch. Connecting with people.
yeah. And you ever realize when you're on Facebook and you ask somebody a question, it takes them forever to respond back? Guys, I've never talked to this woman. I don't know her. That took 30 seconds minimum. Responded back. Hey, Jerry, thanks. I'm doing well. Thanks. How about she thanked me twice?
Yeah.
How about you?
And she's on her mobile. She's
And,
logged off.
and,
Oh,
and
she
she
just
just
logged
came
back
back
on.
on. I want to point that out. She was on her mobile and logged back on. She's ready to have a conversation. Guys, if like this is hold on. Let me write. So what would I say back to? I
Now
would
you
tell the
set this
honest
up,
truth.
right? Right, Jerry? You had arranged this beforehand. This profile.
And guys, look at all the ammo you have. She's in Empower Network. What does she want? 160,000. How's she gonna get there? Marketing. Okay? And you got her family. You got her story. You know what she's into. Like, I'm going slow right now, making it very simple. But if I really wanted to, I could crank this out and have a conversation, probably close her down or do whatever. And I'm not being cocky. I'm just being honest because I'm deciding to take a different route. The noise, everything that's happening on the internet right now is blocked out. All she sees is Jerry. Why? Because Jerry is not spamming, not talking about stupid crap, not talking about all that flashing money, not talking about my company. I'm talking about, hey, Regina, adorable pic, how are you? This is a regular conversation. If you can have a conversation, you can dominate on Facebook. And now she's really waiting for, so, hey, Jerry, thanks. I'm doing well. Thanks. How about you? Oh, here we go. Regina, take it away.
So if they start typing, you kind of want them to play their card first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, when somebody's typing, let them type. I always say that. Let them type because you don't want to be typing the same time as her
Right.
because she could be giving you something that's very ammo-ish to close her down or give her the solution in your product, and you're blocking that because you're rambling on top of her. And I wanted to point out questions. The asking questions is going to be the key to figuring out what she wants. So I would respond back. She stopped typing. I'd be like, I'm doing fantastic. Because I am. I'm on a webinar with some pretty motivated people ready to take their Facebook game to the top, and a cool mentor called Andrew Murray. Plug, plug. I'm doing fantastic, happy, and healthy. Thanks. I noticed, again, right here, what am I going at now? Like Andrew pointed out, right here, she took a huge, scary move. Now I'm going to use that. Okay. I noticed in your profile you spoke of taking a scary leap of faith for your family. I so did the same thing upon coming home from deployment. And what am I going to do? I'm going to share something about myself to her. I want her to know I was in the military. It's very respectable. And I'm having a conversation. It's like I just met Regina in Starbucks. And now I want to make a friend. And I can't spell for the life of it, guys. So if you see me, you're like, this guy's an idiot. Yeah, I think I am too. Don't worry. Um, and I do
Spelling's
crack a
always.
live joke.
I mean, we have computers that can fix that now.
Oh my God, if it wasn't for spell check, do you know how dumb we would all sound? Our grandparents must be ashamed of us. I still did the same thing upon coming home from deployment when I served in the Army. your story hit a nerve, and cheers, my friend. People, you want to call your friend because you wanted to view you as a friend. These words have power. And cheers, my friend. So, what do you do for a living? Even though I know, you want her to tell you because you want to have that conversation and that trust and that rapport. And wow, I got a lot of friends. I, Andrew, Andrew, can I just go crazy and just do this to all these people right here coming in?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Some of them might be from the webinar. Actually,
Oh,
I'm
great.
recognizing a bunch of people. So
Yeah.
um, that's
And
good.
look how fast Regina's writing back.
Yeah.
It's like we're
Now,
having a conversation.
yeah, now you use the word nerve, right? Which is a really good word because
Mm-hmm.
it's a very emotional
Mm-hmm.
nerve. One of the word, one of the things that I really uh, liked about when we started talking was that you had that background in psychology. Because I've always felt personally that just being interested in psychology really helps with marketing. I didn't major
Definitely.
in psychology or anything, but I was kind of always curious about it. Curious about people, just having that interest in people or how people work, how they think, all that kind of stuff. Did you study? Have you studied copywriting, or do you just have that innate just interest in people, and that's what led you into studying psychology?
I've always loved helping people. Growing up and what I went through, I always told myself I would never. The generation after me, I want to help thousands of people. I don't want no kid going through what I went through in life. And I'm studying copywriting right now. The minute I master that, is I'm going to be a seven-figure. But yeah, even before I dropped out of college and even out of college, I'm reading a book right now. The Money's in the Mindset. Um, 7 keys to a successful health practitioner, and it's all psychology. All I do is study psychology every day, and so I read practice books, I read health books, I read everything. I love studying the human mind and what makes us tick and everything. And I love being able to really connect with people, guys. This might not. I know this might not be like, well, get to the money, man. Get to the money. I'm struggling. Well, guys, if you take this little time to do this, look at this. Yes, walked away from 20 years in law enforcement to work from home. If I approach Regina, hey Regina, what's going on? I see that you're an internet marketer. I wouldn't have got this. And look, she's engaging back with me. There's no wall. That wall is completely down by question 2, and she's asking me stuff about me. Yes, walked away from 20 years in law enforcement to work from home. Good for you. Even with all the tough spots, it was a good decision for me. I'm happy to hear that. I supplement retirement income as a blogger. Sweet. Making money online. Sweet. Showing others how to market online. How about you? So Regina seems like she has some skills. Okay. She seems like, for my business opportunity per se, she'd be a great fit. She's already. I don't need to motivate her to do anything. I don't need to tell her. She's not a tire kicker. She took a leap of faith from a 20-year career to change her life, and now she seems like she's in a mentorship or coaching position. Guys, do you think people like that will help your business grow? I think so. I
So would
think
you
so. And
start? Yeah. So would you start digging more into the details of her story
mm-hmm.
at this point, and also maybe you can talk a little bit about you know guidelines for how many new conversations you set a day.
Oh, definitely, definitely, definitely. Well, let me respond back to her because I know she's very eager, and it's really cool. Like guys, when you do this stuff, your prospect forgets everything. The internet, all that noise is blocked out. They're focused on you, which is in an ADD generation. That's what you want as a marketer. So I'll respond back. What do I do for a living? Well, I'm not. See, she asked the question. I want to point that out. Whoever asked the questions is the alpha of the conversation. So the guideline is before going into anything, you want to have her start closing herself down between 5 to 10 questions. So I've asked her 1, 2. So let's go. That's pretty commendable. You're like a sister in arms. As law enforcement, I see you as a sister because I was a soldier. Anyone who does a job to protect or serve another is a good person in my eyes. I, Regina, am currently self-employed as well. Just finished up some amazing training and coaching today. So I love connecting with peers who are in the same boat. How long have you been marketing online?
Okay, so you got your question there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I want to ask you is, in the beginning, you're saying like a sister, which again is very emotional because that's kind
Very
of based
emotional.
around family.
Yep.
And I'm assuming what you're doing is whenever you're starting a conversation with people, you're trying to find strands of connection where you and they have commonality. You know, that's
Yep.
how you kind of start the conversation. So it's like,
Definitely.
okay,
Definitely. I always find something where we have something in interest. There's crazy thing is billions of people on the world in the world, and we all have something in common. You know, everybody complains about something's wrong with their life. I used to think I went through a hell of a life, and the other day I was talking to a World War II vet who went through the exact same things I did, and we've got 60 years in age and a whole different generation, and we sat there having a beer, and I didn't want to sponsor a World War II vet. It was offline. I was like, man, I sponsored this guy. This is awesome. But, amen. Thank you for what you did too. Protect our country. Been in this industry since 2004, but got serious about marketing online probably around 2008, went completely online last year. I got involved in Empower Network. That's awesome. She has years in, and but she still has some needs to improve on her marketing prowess because she brought up her biz op to impress me. She's hinting at it like, hey, I'm in Empower, and I want to show when you see this is when you smile and go, oh yeah, I got this. um but did I answer your question pretty well,
yeah,
Andrew?
no, that's good. And then I guess the other question I was going to ask is, uh, you kind of typed a longer thing. Do you find that when you type a few more lines, it really gives the impression of really listening and having more of an engaged conversation rather than the Facebook generation conversation, which is like LOL, haha, and very short.
Yeah, son, got that dough stacks. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, the terrible, yeah, top TTYS and MMM. Like I don't even know that stuff,
No,
Andrew.
I don't either. I'm too old for that.
Oh man, you're making me feel old. I'm 24. My girlfriend's laughing at me right now, man. So yeah,
Yeah, no, I
I just
can't.
found I just found out what LOL meant 2 months ago. Isn't that bad?
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I knew that one. I knew that one.
There's this new one I can't understand. SMH. What is that?
SMH.
Shaking my head. My girlfriend just confirmed it's
Oh,
shaking my head.
yeah, you see, Jerry, I didn't know that one either. So we're in the
Uh,
same boat. And I should mention that
so,
too. I just said we're in the same boat, and your second last sentence ended in the word boat, right?
yep.
Now that's
Powerful word.
yeah. Now that's pretty interesting too because I wasn't even looking at the screen when I say it, but it kind of obviously went into my mind psychologically, and I know that if you use the same words or the same phrases, people tend to use a certain word or a certain phrase. I learned this when I was selling frozen meat orders. Before I really started making money in internet marketing. But you kind of start talking more like them, and when you do that, people really connect with you.
Yeah, definitely. So she's so she said, "Amen. Thank you for what you did to protect our country." So that's awesome. We connected on. She was law enforcement. I was military. And I'm in control of the conversation right now because she didn't ask nothing. Now this conversation can go anywhere I want it to be. If I can wanted to send her into something for Empower Network, I know she would love. I could do that. Or I want to talk more about her family. I could do that. Question whoever asked the question, guys, controls the conversation. Now I know for a lot of you might be saying, "Man, this is kind of it's simple, but does it have to be this slow?" No, this is just a teaching. When you got this down, I swear to God, you can have like 5 of these things across the screen going, and you're closing down people left and right, left and right, left and right. So let's respond back to Regina. Amen. Thank you for what you did for protect our. Well, check this out. No, no need to thank me. It was a honor protecting and serving your family. She's a family person. Your your picture, your picture with your son and the rest of your family was so inspiring to me. And then I want to give her something to connect with that because me and my girlfriend, my girlfriend's about to cry right now. Me and my girlfriend are so looking to have a family like your own down the road. I can see your why deeply. I raise a glass to you, my friend. Cool. You're doing EN. Let me ask you, are you sponsoring? So now I want to go deep into her marketing skills. Are you sponsoring 2 people a day? Which is so easy, just with this Facebook method. But before I went into business, again, do you guys see what I'm doing right now? I'm painting a picture in her mind that I'm just a cool guy. I'm just I'm just, there's no difference between me and you. We're normal people. We put our pants on the same, and let's chat. And now she's gonna tell me, yes, I'm sponsoring 2 people a day, which is like, oh, awesome. So you got your marketing down. Or no, I can't sponsor 2 people a day, which now I can, offer a solution. Or I can keep going and going and going. And let's see how many questions is this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I really dropped her wall by question 2. Okay.
Now you would normally have like five. Like, do you block like an hour to do this, and you start like five conversations, and you're kind of doing them all at the same time? How long would if someone was just starting out and wanted to do this method, starting tonight or starting tomorrow? Um,
Um,
what would
I'll
you
actually
suggest?
I'll actually use one of my students right here that is crushing it, Michelle Cruz. Shout out to Michelle. Um, Team love. Woo. Yeah. No money flashing over here. But when I did it with her, she's never done anything like this. She was shy, and she asked that same question. Hey, when I start doing this, how long is it gonna take to get better? How long is? And I was like, calm down. I want you to go outside and say hey to somebody. She did it. She was like, hi. Had a conversation with somebody. She was like, oh, that was pretty simple. So guys, if you could really control, you could have just like me, block out an hour. Block out an hour tomorrow. Have all this filled with conversations. Let's get rid of Andrew's beautiful face. I'm sorry, Andrew.
No, no
Um,
problem.
you know, just have boom, boom, just blocks, this people there, and really practice this. Really click on their names and go look at their profile. Go look at their pictures. And then you know what you like to do when you see this? No, not yet. Look what she said, not yet. Working my way up to that. Just got started doing paid ads. So was building it the slow cooker way before. Oh, now she's in my dojo. Now I can take her wherever I want to go. Paid ads, oh man, I'm very good with paid ads. So now I can ask her some things to paint the picture in her head. Okay, I might not be doing something smart right now. I might need some help from an expert. And I'll paint myself as the expert. So you see, let's see what she writes about. A little extra shopping money. Okay, she's talking about a business. Okay. How do you improve your self-confidence? Okay, so she's got the personal development, the quotes, the quote. Okay, she's doing everything what everybody else does. Quotes, 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 quotes. Guys, stop with the quotes. It's okay to have a quote here and there, but really post stuff about yourself. Be yourself. If you're a person that just quotes off something, either you have too much damn time on your hand, or you're kind of boring. And I know people are. I know everybody on this webinar is not boring. So I know that there's something you love. I know there's something you believe in. I know you have a story like me. Voice it. You were put here for a reason. We only live once. So, and that's what inspired me to change. I'm going to use my story to get better and inspire that little child who hasn't heard my story yet. We were put here for a reason. Make the generation behind you better. So not yet. We're okay. Cool. So now we see that she does quotes, quotes, quotes. We see that she's an Empower Network. We see that she just dove into paid marketing, and we see that she's not doing 2 a day. All right. Now, did she just jump into paid marketing without knowing any guidance, or? And we're about to find that out. Now, you can be funny here. We're visual creatures, so smiley face, happy, sweet, quotations. Sweet. Paid marketing is truly a marketer's best friend when done properly and scaled up. And then I want to ask her something. If she's really a skilled marketer, I want to know. Let me ask you, what's your CTR, your click-through rate? Or what's your
Hey, Jerry, you there? let me see here. Are you guys seeing Jerry? All right, so I can't. All right.
Andrew, can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you now.
Awesome, awesome.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you were just saying about CTR or cost per lead. Okay, so you're
Yeah,
basically just kind of asking questions and
yeah. She gave me the ball. She told me she's doing paid marketing. Now, if you're doing paid marketing, guys, if you're doing paid advertising and you don't know what those things are, you're in a dojo. You're doing something that will burn you fast. You know, before I came across MLM Zing, I did paid marketing, Google PPC, Facebook PPC, lost hundreds like overnight. It was gone. And then I dove into that, learned what that is, how to scale, how to how to track your ads and all that. That's real paid advertising. Paid advertising isn't just throwing $500. Yay, go ahead, guys, get me rich. No, you lose money that way. So right now, as you can see, she didn't respond fast. Why do you think that is? She's probably saying to herself, "What the hell is CTR? What the hell is the CPL? What is that?" Which is what I want her to say, because now we have a problem. If you're doing paid advertising and you don't know what that is, you could be playing risk with devil's advocate with your money, and that's what you want. You want to find that problem and then provide a solution. Does that make sense, Andrew?
yeah. So at some point, you really want to um, start trying to pin them down with questions, and it's kind of like
Mm-hmm.
almost changing tone a little bit, or just kind of being a little bit frank about things.
Yeah, because these first five questions, I think that was the fifth one, two, three, 4, 5. Like I said, between that fifth and 10 question, it's now you've got enough ammo to now be the alpha in the conversation and go into it like, all right, let's see what's going on. What are you struggling with, or what are you doing? And while she's doing that, I can find, you guys never have to wait for somebody, because she's her brain's spinning right now. She might be on Google trying to type this up, like CTR. What does that mean? Because a lot of people have ego. I'm guilty of an ego.
Yeah.
When Andrew asked me a question before, I didn't know it. I was just like, uh, oh man, I can't let him think I'm stupid. I went to YouTube and found it and then answered it, and then he would be like, "What took you so long to answer that question?" So she's thinking right now, what in the world? How did I get here? Because it went from, hey, I'm a cool guy, cool guy, cool guy, cool guy. Let's go. I'm the alpha. And now she's just like, whoa, I don't even know what that is. Should I know what that is? So she'll reply, but her brain's on ice right now.
Okay. So
Which is crazy.
really, that's in the beginning, you really want to connect, make
Mm-hmm.
that connection, and then once you have
Definitely.
that, you're starting to have that connection, then you're looking at kind of flipping the tables and becoming an alpha.
Definitely.
Okay, cool. Now the other thing that I wanted to point out was you were kind of saying, and I think I've been guilty of this on my Facebook account, posting quotes and different stuff. The point there is that you really want to be contrarian, right? Because there's people that just use Facebook, like my mother, who just like just I mean, people that use it probably as their intended purpose, and then we're kind of in a subculture of marketers, and you look at Jerry, he's adding all these people as friends that he doesn't even know, and that's how I maxed out my Facebook account too. And in our subculture, you really want to be contrarian because you have all these people that will just, spam in groups or spam in your wall. Or I get spammed in chat sometimes. Someone will just, have typed something out and they probably just, go down to each person on their chat list and go, paste, next paste, next paste, next paste. So you really want to be contrarian. What can you do that's different? And you should really be looking for that point of differentiation.
Anybody saying to themselves, it can't be this easy. Anybody just laughing right now, like, oh my God, like, is that easy? Are you serious? You did 5K in 14 days? Just connecting with people like this? Yes. Like, look at these groups. I don't even touch these groups. They're like 20 plus, like, I don't even know. It's so easy. Now, while she's, again, time is, I said an hour a day to bang this out, like Andrew says. So my time is being wasted waiting on Regina. So what would I do? While Regina's brain is on ice and, she's going to respond. I know she is. And you would immediately just go right here. All right. We got another prospect, Daryl. What is Daryl about? Team Elite. Okay. All right. Is Daryl in this photo? This is a big team. He's a part of an organization. And it looks like there's awards. So he's a part. Oh, guys, check this out. Regina is typing. Didn't I tell you? Boom. Just got started with it, so have no idea. Guys, do you think now you could go into an affiliate product? Do you think now, she has her company. Why would you want to try to ruin that for her? As a marketer, you're not going to be like, well, quit Empower and come over here. She's going to say, no, screw you, you psycho. I don't know you. Or, you could be like, well, check this out. I could offer MLM Zing right there. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that tonight. I want you guys to really see how powerful this method is. So, and we're going to,
Now, would you sometimes, Jerry, you could obviously put it on MLM Zing, like right now, you probably watch it. But sometimes would you just kind of talk a bit more and then start a conversation tomorrow to kind of build that relationship even deeper?
Definitely. I was just about to hit there. Man, we're on a subconscious mind right now. We're just connecting, brother. I'm loving this webinar.
I'm just trying to figure out the madness behind this method. So, because as you said, it's so easy.
It's so easy. This method right here is what I use to go from broke, sleeping on the floor, join my last opportunity, first week, sponsor 30 people. Second week, had people underneath me sponsoring 30 people. Third week, team was over 300. I was just like, what in the world? It's just people were just an hour a day, like, and they were messaging me, Jerry, I just sponsored 2 people. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, this is so easy. So I would have a conversation more. Like, I know what you guys are saying, like, close her, Jerry. You can close her right now. Finish her off. You don't want to do that. Because that's what everybody else is doing. Everybody wants to just get that money. You don't want her to, people think in pictures. So right now she's visualizing me as somebody she can trust. Because if she didn't trust me, she wouldn't have the courage to tell me something she has nothing to do. No idea. This is trust right here. Now I'm not saying I'm her best friend, but this is trust. I want you to go up to a stranger and try to figure out what they're not good at. They'll tell you to get away from them. Who are you? Leave me alone. Because, people, we have egos. We're emotional creatures. I learned this in psychology. We are so emotional. As soon as we wake up, our dreams are our emotions and our subconscious that, like what you dream about is what you're probably like throughout the day. So if you're having terrible dreams right now, you're probably negative throughout the day. So it's pretty powerful to know this stuff. So she's like, hey, I don't know how to do that. She's dropped the wall down a lot and admitted something to me I don't know how to do. And she's leaving the wall open. Do you? So I would just continue right now and go, that's no problem, Regina. I was at the same place when I was new to paid marketing. I know Andrew's gonna like that. Right there, I just connected with her. I
Yeah,
just told
yeah.
her like, hey, I had the same issue. That's normal. That's cool. Once you learn how to scale and actually track your advertising, your cost per lead goes down, and it actually turns into a funded proposal. Now, tell me, how cool is that? You actually can begin to get paid off. Wait, let me rephrase that. Begin to get paid to generate leads. Does that sound like something you would love to learn how to do? Let me go back to the group. I wonder what the group thinks she's going to say. Got to interact with my people. My God, I'm telling you, if you're on this webinar tonight, you're going to love this.
So again, and you ended with another question there.
Yep. Always ask a question. The more questions you ask, she's going to close her. You want the person to close themselves down for you. And she already admit, no, I don't have I have nothing. So I wanted to be like, yeah, I want to learn how to do that. How? You know, that is pretty much what Mike Diller taught in magnetic sponsoring. Having somebody ask you how, getting invited in. Once you're invited in, is resistance free. Like, if you're on the webinar, you're seeing there's no resistance here at all. I've done prospecting on the phone. I've done cold calling. That is brutal.
Oh, brother, I've done that too.
That is brutal. You know, you're getting hit with objection after objection. You feel like Harry Houdini trying to walk across a tightrope. Like, whoa, whoa. And right here, guys, look at this. This is somebody I don't know.
Yeah.
Look at this conversation, resistance free, and
Yeah, that's a good point. Resistance free. So the goal is, just to kind of back up to what you've done. You want to connect with people, use some of the
definitely,
same language, draw those strands. You always end with a question, and then eventually you want to position so that you're the alpha, and you do that by keeping to ask questions, and ultimately you're looking for a place where they have a weakness, that you can help them with.
definitely, definitely. And it actually goes both ways. You know, if I was using this on Andrew, Andrew's a very skilled marketer. You know, he's been in this industry well over a decade. He knows how to stay on cutting edge. I would actually use this. Oh, I love it. That's funny. Crazy to say anything but yes. Let me respond to that. Isn't that what you always want? Isn't that what you guys always want for your business? When you're talking to a prospect, you want to, like, just throw something out there like, this is going to be awesome. You know you're going to say yes. Like, that's marketing, guys. Isn't that what you always want for your business? 24/7.
All right. So who else thinks she's going to answer yes? She's taking her time. Maybe she's not.
You know what she's taking her time? I could actually tell the group why she's taking her time. She's taking her time right now because she's never met me. She
Mhm.
doesn't know me, but she's now in the hot seat. She's trying to figure out, how the heck did I get here? You know, like everybody's guilty of saying that. I don't know if Andrew is. God, he's just been so marketing so long, but you know, she's looking exactly. My teammate knows that. You see, Michelle's on it. She is now going to my profile to see what kind of person I am.
Oh, I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that too. Yeah, she's probably popped you off on a different tab and is checking you out.
So she's seeing. You see, oh, she's seeing that I did a maybe did a webinar earlier for Facebook. She's seeing everybody. She's seeing
Uh-oh.
that. You know,
Maybe she's gonna come
she's
back
seeing.
and say, "Am I on a webinar?"
You know, that would be awesome. Hey, are you on the webinar right now? I'll be like, well,
A little bit.
a little bit. You know, she's seeing this, like that. You know, like stuff like this. Like, do you guys see that? Look what I post about. Like, I don't want to do the quotes crap. I
Yeah.
really don't want to do the quotes crap. So, you know, I got like, it feels good to wake up on Monday knowing you're going to crush it and have another big week ahead. Anyone feeling fired up? You know, stuff like this. Like, that's right, peeps. Enjoying a Chunky's movie on a Monday. Why, like, you know, going to the movies, baby, on a Monday. That's awesome. That's what we get in this industry for. She's seeing stuff like this. I'm a skilled marketer. I can get SEO. She's she's scrolling down my wall right now. She's seeing my political beliefs. She's seeing I think Obama's a joker. All right, hey, listen now, if you're an Obama fan, do not jump off the webinar just because I said that. Okay. Don't stay on the web. She's seeing testimonies. So glad I partnered up with an SEO ninja, Jerry Billette. Like, look at that. One of the people I've trained, Joey Stewart. Bam. And who's that? Bam.
Yeah.
He's right above me. She's seeing results from people I've worked with, and she's seeing results from me. So I think she's gonna say yes. Me personally, she might not.
Now, one of the other things that we should really point out here is, because probably some people on the webinar are saying, "Yeah, okay, well, Jerry, you know what to say," all that kind of stuff. And I just want to talk a little bit about practice. The first time I did a webinar,
Mm-hmm.
it sucked. The first time I did a landing page, it sucked. The first time I wrote an email, it sucked. First time
Oh yeah.
I started, trying to use Facebook and posting on it. I mean, I didn't know what to say. Every single thing that you're going to learn, whether it's this system or whether it's paid marketing or whatever, it's going to suck in the beginning. Like this Regina, she said she started doing paid advertising recently. She probably did a solo ad. She probably just bought a solo ad. Didn't really know how to select a list and send it out to replicated landing page or something like that. That's the way everyone starts. You're only going to get good at something when you go out and do it, and it should feel a little bit uncomfortable as you're doing it the first time. I'm sure
Oh yeah, definitely.
when you were doing it at the beginning, Jerry. I mean, you didn't think, okay, I know how I'm going to do this, and I'm just going to
Oh
become
my
the
god.
alpha.
When I
All that
first
stuff.
started doing it, I was terrible, Andrew. I was terrible because you remember I'm coming from failing, and all I see is people doing quotes and spam. And I said to myself, I got to stand out from this. You know, when I first started doing this, I was coming off as a cocky, arrogant, broke person. Like, you know, like, hey, give me your attention. You know, so I was getting like F bombs. Like, dude, who are you? You ain't Mike Dillard. You know, getting blocked, making mistakes. And I had to, like, my first time, I was terrible. So if you're saying that to yourself right now, oh, Jerry, you're a skilled marketer. You know how to do, man, I'm telling you, this is so easy. If you have a best friend right now, you can do this. There's nothing exactly to say. There's no like I could start this conversation over and say something different. There's no exact words to say. And remember, I chose to take it here. I could have took it right back to her son and figured out what her son did, and
Right.
then took it to her husband, and then took. It's a conversation, guys. If you don't know how to have a conversation, how did you get to where you are right now with your friends? Everybody knows how to have a conversation. It's just a conversation.
So you're saying that, Jerry, even in the second webinar that we're going to be doing here, you're not going to give away the magic super duper script where you just copy and paste and it works for everybody every time.
No,
Because if you got that, man, you got to keep that private, but you got to send it to me, okay?
I, I can't lie. I would be God's looking. I kind of do got something like that planned for the second webinar. So if you're on this and you're saying, "Wow, this is easy," like something oh my God, you're gonna see me with 4 of these copy paste, bam, bam, bam. It's gonna be magical. So something like that does exist, and I'm actually creating it right now.
Okay, so let's as we're waiting for Regina, two things.
Oh, we're
One, I want to get into how you'd uh, push it off for the next day, and
yep.
also let's look at a couple more profiles. Maybe you can pull up a couple different profiles and do
Oh
your
yeah,
take on it.
yeah. I want to show the group how easy it is to do it with like a bunch of people on right now. Jerry, what's up, man? Sorry, it's been a while for more. This is what you want to do, guys. When you're doing this right, like check this out. This is TB. I've been knowing him for a few months. I've never recruited him. Tried, failed, tried, failed, tried, failed. But guess what? The relationship is so strong. He talks about his kids. We talk about everything with each other. He's invited me to have a beer with him. He's invited, like that's what this is what his networking is. Like I'm creating friends here. Like I got friends in UK who make 6 figures who will never join my business and probably never buy my products. But they always hit me up. Hey man, we doing that Facebook strategy? Hey, why don't you fly out here real quick? Show me what you're doing. And I'm like, man, you paying for the ticket? They're like, hey, we're paying for the ticket. Make sure you bring your beautiful girlfriend. I'm like, hey. So, this is what you want. You want to create friends. You want to create friends. And when you create friends, people do this on your wall. They for each post, I have different people like. I never have the same like this girl, Gina. I've never even talked to Gina. But she started to come like Ali Abraham. These are non-marketers, but they're looking for ways to make money. Let's find another one. Like here, Christian, Natalie. And then you scroll down. It's just nothing but different people from my friends list liking that. Now, I know it's a big misconception. You need 100 likes from all your face. I don't do that crap. I don't care about that. I focus on a relationship and building a friendship. So I'm
Well,
gonna open
an
up.
interesting thing is, if I can jump in here, Jerry, is you can people don't know where to start, you know, and who to follow up with. You could even pop on your wall and see some of those people who have liked or commented on your
Yep,
things, and then
yep,
start there.
yep.
Because they're seeing your stuff and they're engaging with it. So they're saying, you know, like they're saying, yeah, I'm open to this conversation.
So here we go. This is hilarious. Now this should make you laugh. This is somebody. This is somebody who called me on the phone, saw a YouTube video, and I just want to run through this real quick so we don't lose. But she tried to come into my offer. She went on Google and saw scam complaints. She started arguing with me. You failed to tell me I need a credit card. Are you a scam artist? Blah blah blah. I'm broke. Who are you? Blah blah blah. You know what? Happy Thanksgiving. You know, sent her a link, give her some, and now she's saying hola. She was calling me a scam artist like a week ago. Every business has scam complaints, but she found one that hit a nerve, struck that nerve, and she was against me. And just doing the happy Thanksgiving, telling her about how I was broke too, and this and that, and how no matter what she says, I'm here to help. If you want to reach out, just reach out. And that was November 27th. Out of nowhere today, hola, Mr. Billet. Hey. So proud of you for staying celibate. Man, I can't even spell. How do you spell celibacy? I got my spell check next to me.
For saying what?
Celibate, like not drinking or anything.
Oh, Celibate.
Man, I spelled it with an S. Andrew, now you can see this group. Anybody can do this. I spelled it with an S. Wow.
Yeah.
Staying celibate for so long. And I was in rehab. I was in
Okay.
rehab. That was part of my probation when I was seeing my probation officer. So
And
I'm gonna
that's
hit
part
it.
of what you guys talked about in the past is
Exactly.
okay.
And she was calling me a scam artist. Like this girl was thinking I was scamming her when I was just like, whoa, no, that's in every company they say scam. And she went off and off and off. Like I deleted a whole bunch. There was an FU in there. And hola, Mr. Billet, stick the tongue out. That's funny. All I could do is think about smoking weed to escape my depression. So be truly proud of yourself. So guys, you can use this tonight. Somebody messages you up. Um, webinar. Oh man, let me not jump to webinar 2, and I'm going to be showing. It's pretty cool. But let's open up. I'm finding people I've never talked to, complete strangers.
Yeah, let's look at a couple profiles and have you critique them.
Okay, let's go
Um,
to let's go to Daryl. I was looking at Daryl. Let's hit Daryl. I'm gonna show you what to look for and what to stay away from. So I'm gonna pull up this guy. Where is he? Oh, I just saw somebody. Oh man, he logged off. So let's see. Let's just grab a whole bunch of people. Jean, Jennifer, Jennifer May. No, actually, she's by Silas. Very successful. I just have so. Let's see. Man, I have so many prospects that I've never spoken to. This is awesome. Simon. Who else? Valerie, and one more, Terry.
all right,
So
so
let's look at
these are
Terry.
all people that you haven't spoken to before.
Never spoken before.
Okay.
That's awesome.
How did you come across them? I mean, did they add you as a friend?
I
Do you remember?
I went out and I actually have a secret strategy where you can add 45 to 60 friends a day, and Facebook will not block you. I
Yeah.
cracked that code. Because Andrew's a witness to this. When we last spoke, what was it? Saturday, Andrew. I was at 1,100 friends. I said I'm
Yeah.
at 1,242,
Yeah.
and by Friday that would probably be 14, 1,500. And I'm going to show that on webinar 2.
And the thing is, I mean, the other thing is, I mean, you started doing this method when you had like 30 friends or so, or
30 friends, yeah, 30
yeah.
friends, and 15 of them were friends of my girlfriend.
And
Because
guys, I
I'm
mean,
not.
it's real easy to find people. I mean, you can,
Yeah.
even if you can't think of anything, you can just think, okay, where would people who are likely to be entrepreneurial, where would they be? Maybe type in Robert Kiyosaki or Rich Dad Poor Dad or whatever personal development book, and then just add a few people, and it just starts from there. You know, or find people in entrepreneurial groups, add a few people. You have people you can start with.
Okay. So she replied back, Jane, thanks, mister. How you been? I've been doing good. Been doing good. Now shifting into a mentor role slash teacher online on certain strategies to make income from home without any tech ability, any you see guys, any technical abilities. Like you guys can, I know all you webinar guys can see, like, he's just not, he's just a regular, normal, smart guy. I'm not really that genius and smart. Like my girlfriend's a smart one. She's sitting next to me laughing at me every time I mess up. She's a chemistry graduate. I'm the dropout. You know, it's pretty funny. Without any technical abilities or sale skills. Stole that from Andrew. um, um, if you ever want to turn Facebook into a ATM, let me know. You deserve it. But what's new in life, Jane? So what did I do there? This is what I learned in personal development. You want to like sneak past the conscious mind and plant a seed in the subconscious, and then come back and mess with the conscious mind. So right there, I told her I was talking mentor, teacher online, certain strategies to make income from home, blah blah. Without any, so I was just giving her the line, and then I just switched it on her, right to her subconscious. Hey, if you ever want to turn Facebook into an ATM, let me know because you deserve it. Switched it right back. But what's new in life, Jane? So when she gets that, she's gonna be like, what? What do you mean? Turn Facebook into an ATM? Is that even possible? It's fun. So let's get Jane down. We're gonna look at some profile. So let's look at Terry. Terry's on. Is Terry worth going after? Okay, so what does Terry have as his profile picture? The Incredible Hulk. I can't tell what kind of person Terry is. I don't know. Unless Terry looks like that, I'm pretty scared of him. I really wouldn't want Terry in my business because he might kill me. So immediately I'm gonna click on his face. Oh, Jesus, Terry, brush your teeth, bro. He isn't. There's nothing about Terry. There he is. Okay. Woo! Okay, yeah, Terry would kick my ass. Okay, I'm just saying. Excuse my French. He is a big guy, but I look at his timeline. Whoa, man, the spammers are out tonight, guys. Did you see that all up? Man, when they spam hard in those groups. Look here he goes. So we look at his timeline. What is Terry about? Okay, Terry likes the Incredible Hulk, which is not a bad thing. So I want to see what he's talking about. Showing a little extra love and appreciation to all our children today. That's pretty cool. What else are you talking about?
That's by that reggae singer.
Yeah, he plays an instrument, so there's something I connect with him on. But I really want to know, is Terry worth my time? Because what you put it, okay, Terry's into fitness. So am I. But what are you about? Okay, LinkedIn, help me grow my business. Okay, I'm on LinkedIn too. Okay, I found the first red flag. MCA right on his wall. I don't like that. I just if he's if he's doing that, I really don't know. I love the fact he's sharing his passion. He's sharing his voice. He's in fitness. That's awesome. He has pictures of him playing in a band. Okay, that's cool. So we're gonna look at his pictures a little in depth now. We're gonna go all his photos. Okay. Is that Terry or did he play NFL? Because if he played the NFL, I might shut up and just sponsor him anyways. I would love some free tickets, bro. Andrew, you want to go to a game?
Yeah.
I'll close Terry down today. um, but from what I'm seeing, I'm not liking what I'm seeing. There's good and bad on Terry. I like that,
Yeah.
but now it comes down to the profile. What is Terry about? Does he 110 athletics? Okay, I think that's Terry's business. Okay, about Terry, searching for my ultimate killer guitar tone. Terry Terry is somebody I'll just say this to. I wouldn't even bring him into my business. I'd be like, hey, bro, great to be connected. See that you're into music. I respect that. I love music so much. What kind do you play? Oh, what kind? What kind? That made no sense. What kind of music do you play? I'm getting picked on by the smart girl next to me right now. Kind of do you play? Does that make sense, Jerry? I'm like,
Gary,
I'm not.
it made sense to me. I mean,
That's all. That's all I'm saying, Andrew. She
it's
shows me no love.
yeah, it's an ellipsis. I mean, I understand it.
Hey, so Terry's not somebody I would bring into my business in no way, shape, or form, but he is somebody I would, offer value to. If he's doing an online business, I could sell an affiliate product or put him into a funnel
Yeah,
and have follow-ups close him down. So I would just do that to Terry, and then I would just exit Terry out, and then immediately, because I put an hour, so now I'm gonna move a little quick. So let's look at Daryl. Okay, Daryl's on a team. When I see award winners, he's
yeah,
not one of them, but he's smiling, so that means he wants to be here. He's
yeah.
motivated. So let's see that. Big mistake. MCA. Why? That's a red flag. A lot of red flags. This must be his team.
But it looked
He's
like
into
he was driving a Beamer, or at least he wanted to appear that
took a
way.
picture of somebody driving a Beamer. You gotta be careful, Andrew.
Yeah, yeah. See, that's the thing that I don't like personally about what I see with a lot of the Flash. It's a
Yeah,
lot of it, there's a lot of sleight of hand with it, and I'm not really comfortable with that. I don't really dig that. Um,
definitely. That's what. Yeah,
and there's just so many people there. You mentioned Terry. I would kind of just skip over that because I don't know. I just don't like when people don't have a picture of themselves in their
yeah, definitely.
little box. It just makes me feel kind of weird. Like maybe even like
Yeah,
the person's
it may
not.
not even be him.
Yeah.
There's people on Facebook who take pictures from other people, hide their true identity, and put it up there. Like I've actually met somebody in Starbucks who met up with me offline, and it was a dude, and I thought it was a girl. I was supposed to be showing this strategy, and it was a dude that was like 300 pounds, and he freaked me out. He was just like, "Hey Jerry, how you doing?" I was like, "Whoa, who are you?" I'm like, "Kidnap." He could take me down quick, and he was just like, "Oh, I'm Ashley." I'm like, "Whoa." So that may not even be because that looks like a professional athlete. So that why would Terry be on Facebook promoting MCA if he's in the NFL? That's all I'm saying. So Daryl is all about MCA. So immediately I want to go into his photos. Like as soon as Andrew pointed that out, I saw this. It caught my eye. He's flashing money. It's somebody else. So that's
Yeah.
second red flag. Okay, here's a BMW. There's a door open. There's nobody in it.
Yeah, it's
It
someone
says
else.
total. That's a buy Salas BMW. So that's Gabriel. But that doesn't tell me a lot about Daryl. So what is that? Why unless that's his buddy. So let's scroll down. Look at what Daryl's talking about. 11s, Team Elite.
Now he likes Obama, so he's in trouble with you.
Hey, listen, Andrew. There might be an Obama supporter on this webinar. I am not commenting on that.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I did not vote for the man. Amazing 5 signups before noon. I did not know any of them. Like when you see this guys, like I'm gonna call it. That's a lot of horse crap. It's a lot of horse crap because if there's 5 signups before noon, let me find them. Let's scroll down. Breaking news, woken up, blah, blah, blah. Blah. Okay. Okay. It's funny. I actually know this person, Michael Diaz, and he didn't sign Michael Diaz up because Michael Diaz has been in the company. Have you been seeing that too, Andrew?
Um,
Like, I've been seeing marketers tell their teammates, "Hey, man, I'm just gonna write that I signed you up. Is that cool?" And they're like, "Yeah, go ahead."
yeah,
I've been
I haven't really noticed that, but I can definitely see I can definitely see that happening.
Great stuff. I appreciate it. So here we go. I would not suggest anyone to do business with this guy ever. I have a saying: if you have time to smash and bad talk another marketer, you're definitely broke. Because I know successful marketers are not doing that. They don't have time for it. They're either enjoying their family and friends and in this industry doing why they got in this industry, or they're teaching, or they're implementing a strategy, or they're studying. It's one of those four, and broke people do this. Oh, this guy's a scam artist. He took me for my money. So
Yeah.
I've been burned in this industry bad. Andrew knows my story. I've been burned bad. But I've never one time took it upon myself to put on my Facebook wall the person's name and what they did, because that's not an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is thinking about getting better, mastering the skill, and fall in love with the craft. That's an entrepreneurial mindset, and building a business from the ground up, an empire. So right now, Daryl's somebody I would not even send a message to. So Daryl gets the exit quick.
Well, it's interesting because you can choose people. I mean, you can choose people that are more interested in personal development, more positive, and you could see that
Yep.
with your first profile. Regina, she had this nice, spacious picture. It kind of reminded me of that kind of that kind of positive mindset. Now, Jerry, we have a real problem here because Regina hasn't written you back. So
Yep. I want. I wanted people to let the Facebook group, because I know everybody's just like, yeah, she is. Maybe she's not. Yes, she is. Let me tell you something. When you ask a question, never make the newbie mistake of trying to type anything else. An alpha leader, when they ask a question, that question stays. Now, I don't care how long it takes for Gina to answer back. She is going to answer that question.
So even like if she doesn't answer tomorrow, you're still not gonna touch that.
Not touching it, because I learned something. People don't move on our time; they move on theirs.
Yeah.
So Regina could be looking at my profile, going on Google, searching my name, going to my YouTube videos. I have tons of YouTube videos, watching them all. What is he about? Is he asking? We have mutual friends asking mutual friends, "Hey, do you know this guy? Do you know this guy?" Like, she's a very she's into the same things I am, personal development and all that. So I remember when I first saw Andrew, let's go look at Andrew's profile. I really didn't care about this check. Because I was failing and broke. So, in my mind, I'm like, hey, is Andrew somebody I could trust, or is he a dirt bag that's burned a lot of people to 25K? So guess what I did? I went to Andrew's blog. I went in here. I scrolled down. I saw his number. I called him, left a voicemail. I was on his blog. I was looking at all this stuff he has, and I was blown away. Testimonials, Mike Dillard. And then I started going to his videos and all that. And when I first reached out to Andrew, we did not really speak, I think, till day 4. So I'm not saying nothing. She might not reply back till webinar 2. You never know. You might have to come back for webinar 2.
Yeah. For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. Webinar 2 is gonna be, yeah. Um. So let's look at Simon. All right. Oh, okay. So Terry, sup, bro? Nice. You see, when y'all see this, sup, bro? That not my time. Not even worth my time. Sup, bro? Nice to connect. Just posted a little version from my recent show on my timeline. So I'll just wrap that up real quick. Cool. Well, definitely check it out. Check it out sometime when I am free. If you ever need any strategies or help, let me know. Been full time online for over a year. Have a great night, Terry. So I'm pretty much, I just, because no timeline photo, MCA, I don't know who he really is, and he's just I don't even know what he's talking about. I can't. He's not a leader in my eyes because he's not voicing his story. Even new people voice their stories better than him. So I rather take a newbie who knows what they're about, who has a picture of himself. So here's Simon Prentice. He just looks smart, doesn't he, Andrew? So
Yeah, so you basically look at first the couple pictures, and then you click on their see what they've written about themselves, and then you look at
mm-hmm.
the rest of their
I
photos.
truly, I dissect who am I talking to. This guy's very, he looks successful. He's somewhere exotic. Yeah. So you can, so do not be intimidated by marketers with big success, because you can use this strategy to get in good terms with them and get favors. Because I get a lot of SEO favors from this strategy. You know, I get guys who are successful inviting me to have beers with them and want to meet me and my girlfriend. So she's not coming because she's picking on me on this webinar. So ha. So let's go back here. Anyone feeling excited to go implement this tonight? Who's hungry? Make sure this webinar is awake. So let's, let's where did you go, Simon? There he is, Simon Prentice. All right, so let's get you. Simon Prentice is on. So let's look what Simon's about. Quotes. Okay, he can do a quote. Awesome, my twisted humor. Huh, so he's funny. Cool. Another quote. I can't take the quote. Oh, God, stop with the quotes, people. He's in Empower Network. He's using social media bar. Okay, that's cool. Let's see. Okay. Lamborghini. He's into cars. I love Lamborghinis. Tricks enjoying the furnace, so he understands the power of pictures. So he's using that. 5 people got a like. I like that. He's into personal development. Tony Robbins. Car. I think I might like this guy. I think I found my next best friend. So I'll just scroll back up and I'll dive into his profile immediately. I show people how to own their life by building a home-based business. Boom, 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 boom. And I'll click this link. Where's it going to take me? Oh, Simon. Terrible. Don't do that. Oh. Well, that's one flag. Let's see what's this about. It has always been a dream of mine to have my own business. I was tired of building other people's dreams. Awesome. And not being in control of my own future. Okay, I understand that. We connect. As the years went by, I was starting to feel that I would never find that perfect business. Okay, so he's using storytelling now. He's pretty smart. That would give me everything I wanted: financial independence, quality of. So you see what he's doing here? This is like copywriting a little bit. He's using psychology. I
Hmm.
searched long and hard for a business that he's really giving you a good story. Then I was exposed to network marketing. He's telling what, okay, all right, I like Simon. All right, let's just see if Simon has pictures of his family, because, yeah, I think that's Simon's family right there. That's awesome. So I'll reach out to Simon.
Okay, so it likes fishing and
Yeah, he loves
fast
fishing.
cars.
He loves fishing, Lamborghinis. He's a family man. He's in snowmobiles. He's an Empower Network. Dave and Dave, hey, okay. Got tons of photos. Not when you see 965, that's somebody who understands the power of picture. But so I reach out to. I like to hunt personally, and I'll say that. I'm like,
Mhm.
hey Simon, nice, nice to be connected with you. You know, she's so Andrew, I just want to cut off. She's gonna answer this question because she's still on Facebook. I think she's researching the hell out of me right now. Because if
Yeah.
somebody's not gonna respond to you, they log off so fast. Like, whatever, clown. But she's still logged on. I'm pulling for an answer. I want an answer before this webinar closes. Hey Simon, nice to be connected with you. I love the fact you're a outdoors man, and like me. Uh, I love hunting. Never really did the whole fishing thing. Guess I'm a little impatient. Man, my typos are terrible tonight. Look. So stop picking on me, all right? I'm on a webinar.
No,
Guess
no.
I'm a little impatient. But do you have any tips to increase my? Now you can be very funny. Now check this out. Who's a famous? What's anybody? Oh, Gilligan. Here we go. Increase my Gilligan on. Oh man, sometimes that happens. But he's gonna
You
know
just
what it
add
meant.
that in. That's good.
So I want this. We're gonna start off talking about what we connect on, the outdoors.
Oh,
Very.
he's from Minden, Ontario. I used to live near Minden.
He's Canadians.
Yeah.
Eh?
And
I don't know.
yeah, and he's also with USANA, right? So if you know a bit about companies, you know that it's kind of like an older company. It's a binary. You know, those are things you can be looking to bring into the conversation, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so I think this is pretty cool, and we had a couple questions. I think there were some people that didn't believe that this was not going to be a no pitch webinar, and we really,
Yeah. No
we're
pitching
really,
tonight.
yeah, we really don't have anything to pitch. We're really just leading with value, leading with content, and wanting to show you this stuff. So we've gone for a couple hours.
Hmm. Next
You know,
webinar, you'll see the ninja come out. You'll see the zing appear. You'll see it fast, hard, and heavy. This is just straight. Let you guys see the right, proper foundation to build off of to get to that close.
Yeah, because I definitely like to see some more of these conversations that you're starting, and I like that that you're showing you some of the profiles, and I'm actually realizing I've been a little lax about letting people tag me and stuff, on my own account, and who knows who's crawling all over your profile, because there's also tools like Reportive that I use in Gmail that that. Where you can link up to people's Facebook account. You know, it'll just kind of search their email. So pretty fascinating stuff. Did you want to just go over a couple more profiles, or do you want to end it until part two?
I just want something. Just I don't know what it is. Something just caught my mind on this name called Amy Starr Allen. Some just said that's a marketer I would love to do business with just because she has a great name. And this is what you call the cream of the crop. Boom.
Okay.
Timeline that brings you right into her. You know what she's about. She's a family woman. Face, it's her with her family. Exotic
Right.
locations, her in her home. That's awesome. I can already tell in the photos. It's just look at that, guys. This is the people you want in your business. This is the people, if you can't get in your business, you want to have a friendship with. So when you meet at events, you can recruit. And she's an Empower Network. Man, it's a
Right.
lot. Man, Empower Networks everywhere, isn't it? Sheesh.
Yeah.
Um,
And what's interesting about her is she took the time to really do a
Yep.
nice header profile. Uses the word gratitude. Um, so you can like kind of cherry pick. If I were going to do this method, I would look for people that are, and I didn't. Let's say I had 30 friends or I didn't have any friends. I would start just by popping into people that are interested in personal development. So whatever
Oh man.
whatever the hot personal development book is, um, I would start there because you will automatically filter out a lot of the people that are just throwing up cash and being
Mm-hmm.
all showy and that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So you could just search for like what's a personal development book, like you could even just search for Think and Grow Rich, and I'm sure you're going to
Yeah.
find
Think
a
and Grow
group
Rich.
or something related to that, and then you can start finding there. But what else do you like about this profile?
I love the fact the family and the pictures, and I love the fact I see other people's activities on her wall. Like this is a spam, but it's not from her. It's from another woman. So if other people are writing on her wall and other people are commenting on that, that's pretty. Some potential for leader. And then motivation is making myself do something that I really want to do. Inspirate like that right there. I read that real quick. That's powerful. And
Hmm.
what is she talking about? We spent the day making a candy cane tree in our front yard and have been sewing. I made our stockings and t-skirt by hand. The girls, like she's just opening herself up to you. She's forcing you to what? Connect with me, not my business.
Hmm.
And even when she's talking about her business, it's a face of her. So even though you're going to see empower right here, you're immediately drawn right there. So she's smart. She understands this. And Team Shine. So I guess this is her teammate. So her teammates are showing her love, like that, like what's on my wall, which is awesome. December is by far my favorite month. Like these are teammates. So I'm seeing a leader with team going wild for her. So I'm just gonna dive into her profile real quick. Okay. Online network marketing and personal development. Well, that's awesome. You know, we got a lot of things in common because I'm addicted to personal development. Please connect about me. She has a fan page, which is cool. See what I've recently taken on that is helping me earn 5 figures per month and allowing me to help do the same. I kind of don't like that. I like the about Amy. I would like to really know Amy, but she's all about online. You know, no pictures of her family. Kind of, I like people who show themselves. But I got a number here, and I
Yeah.
got websites, so I can have a conversation, and then I can get on the phone with a leader. Leaders love talking to like-minded people. Like me and Andrew can talk. We don't have to just go through this. And so that's what I love about her profile. So here, this is what I call hot. This is something hot. These are the people you want to attract. And since she's in my friendship circle, that I'm in good terms. That means I'm attracting the right people around me. Because the saying is, if you hang out with nine broke people, you're going to be one of them. Yeah, that I agree with that. And before we close, I want to point out what Simon said. You're
You're good.
Gilligan? Haha, tips? Yeah, come up to Canada for winter, and I'll take you ice fishing. Now look what I respond with. Hey man, don't tempt me. I am in MA. Let me mass.
Yeah, that now
Uh,
that Jerry is a word I can never spell. Massachusetts. I can't even say
Massachusetts.
it.
I don't know if you hear her in the background, but she was like, as soon as I said MA, she was like, yeah, I want to see if he can spell it. Like, she's such a bully, Andrew, I swear. Massachusetts. I spelled it right for the first time in like 23 years. It's
That's
Massachusetts.
good.
And I will fly out there to ice fish and will invite you down to come go hunting with me. We can have some beers and discuss some strategies because I can see you're a skilled marketer. How long you've been online?
All right, so this is kind of the beginning of the conversation, and you're kind of like paying a bit of a compliment and just to kind of get the ball rolling. Is that
Yeah, just get the ball rolling. Like there's no pitching tonight, no closing it down tonight. It's just straight. How do you get the ball going? How do you lay down that foundation? How do you get people to stop caring about what everybody else is doing and right back to you, focus? um, so and this is how you create a friendship.
yeah?
He just invited me to go ice fishing. He just heard, hey man, I'll come out there and ice fish. I'm not scared. And you come down here and we can drink some beers and we can go hunting. I like to hunt. And I gave him a compliment. So and again, what did I do? Ask a question. I have the alpha always controls the conversation.
Now, do you ever and that's pretty interesting what you're kind of showing here, and I can see how people would just who'd never even recruited anyone in anything would just start recruiting people by accident just by following what you're laying out here.
Yeah, yeah, that's gonna happen when you start going through. Like if you do this for an hour and do it like how I'm gonna do on webinar two, you might just see people close. You might close down like 4 or 5 people by mistake when
Hmm.
you just really asked a question that just struck a nerve, and they're like, "Hey man, what do? You seem cool. Like, hey, I'm open to extra ways to make some income." Because I've ran across entrepreneurs who were successful in other companies who really didn't even want, and you're just like, yo, you know what? You're cool. If you're not making money, I'll blow it up with you real quick. I'll join underneath you, push you up, and I focus on what I'm doing because this is easy. The other day
And
I almost recruited a millionaire. I failed because he didn't like my opportunity, but he was asking me, so what do you got? If it's something interesting, I'll join underneath you. So, and that only happened because I did it this way.
right. And what's really cool about this is it's so simple for people to do, but it's a duplication. You know, you've been able to really, and we'll talk more about this in the second webinar about how you get your team to duplicate so well, but you know it's duplicating, and that I think is very powerful because it's not just you doing this and making sales. It's the people under you. It's such a simple system for people to really start doing that. If they do it for an hour a day or they do it for 2 hours a day, you're going to have that growth in your downline. And why don't you talk a little bit about some of the some of the people that you've taught this method to, who have just kind of blown it up. Just some numbers if you have any.
Well, here's Dave. Um, I taught him this method. Now, he's been online for 7+ years. He's what I would call a social media expert. Like if anything I get stuck with, the technical aspect of Facebook, I run to him immediately like, Dave, help me, help me, help me, help me. He's all about live screenshots. The man has trained hundreds of people. He's a beast. He knows all about Google and all that. I taught him this method, and I'll actually uh, I'll actually it's on my hold on a sec. I actually got a testimonial from Dave. In Dave's words, just want to say thanks from the very bottom of my heart, Jerry. After just 1 week of applying your Facebook lead strategy, I've not only signed up over 30 people into my primary, I've also hijacked over 50 opt-ins to my list. Open your eyes, people. This works. Like
Yeah.
sponsored 30 people in a week, and he hammered it. He went like I think he did 4 hours a day. Maybe one day he did an 8-hour day. He was like, I'm not doing nothing. I'm just gonna do this all day. And that was a day I think he sponsored like 20 people. I was
Wow.
just like, dude. I was like, I've never sponsored 20 people in a 2-week period before. I was like, my downline grew because of that. And that's not the only one. Here's Michelle, and I'll show you Michelle's transformation. Jerry has helped me in many ways. One very effective method that has taught me about marketing was how to implement a deadly Facebook strategy. She calls it deadly because Michelle struggled with sponsoring people, and the last opportunity we were in, I think she built a team of 6, 10 people, and she went through Hurricane Sandy. She had power outage for a week. I couldn't really train her. She was looking for gas, and you can approach her on Facebook and ask, and then 2 weeks behind on training, she came in and just knocked out 10 people, like bam, and then was able to this is what I'm talking about. If you can have a free strategy that's so effective, you build up a budget and you throw paid marketing on top of this, Andrew, I think you could agree it's going to blow it out the water because she's never sponsored somebody like this before, and then she did paid marketing with this, you know, sponsored 4 people in a day, like in the morning, and she was blown away. She was like, paid marketing in this strategy is killer.
Yeah, and then people get some wind under their sails, they start getting some success, and they start getting a story, and then they build up that confidence. And it's really interesting that Dave was mentioning about building the list because you know I mean, so many people struggle with building a list. I
Oh
talk to
yeah.
people that have been online, they don't have anyone on their list, or they got like 10 people or something. I mean, if you just do this, you'll get people on your list, good people,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how it all starts. And then you can start doing all that email marketing too, which is just so powerful.
Yep.
You know?
You open up so many different ways to market to that prospect. So you have a highly qualified prospect. You have you're not depending on sales ability. That's why I was failing. And what I learned was when I depend on sales ability, I'm getting beaten down. I'm depending on my way to be a salesman. You gotta, you build rapport, you find the best people, you send them into your funnel, and then the marketing takes over. It's pretty much that whole system. You let the system do the work. All you got to do is get the person to the right place. And she had, here's Michelle, like her. This is her revamped timeline. Like I told her, I was like, people look right here. She looked right here, and if you could look at it, you know, it's not just quotes, 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 and boring crap. But look how many activity. Just for a few, like I've worked with Michelle now a couple months, and really have gotten last few weeks got my hand on her. You can see like this just likes, and she's just talking about what she loves to do and personal development, her family. Like, guys, like this is how you. And here's Simon.
Yeah, back
um
again.
yeah, he got back. So you see what I'm saying, guys? Simon's a successful marketer. So do you think Simon has time for the pitching? No, he doesn't give a crap. He has money. Like, do you think Andrew wants to get pitched at? No, he doesn't. He, unless I'll pitch Andrew right now. You know what? I'll spam Andrew's wall. That's just me. But you guys should get what I'm saying. Like, you want successful people in your inner circle. You
Yeah.
want newbies to be able on your team to learn something and take off. And guys, this right here, this may be 5K in 2 weeks. If you're saying, "Oh, this is too simple," blah blah blah. Well, let me ask you, how's all that other technical crap working out for you? It's not. It's
Yeah.
failure. You're struggling. Simplicity creates duplication. In this industry, it's monkey see, monkey do. When a monkey can't do it, I'm not calling nobody a monkey, relax. But a monkey can't do it, there's problems. Then your retention's down. I have a very high retention rate of all my teammates. I've only had 4 people quit on me ever since I've mastered this strategy.
Yeah,
And those
that's super powerful. I always loved Leonardo da Vinci. The one of his quotes. I don't even know what it is, so I'm just going to make a fool of myself here. But it's something to do with like the goal is to make something as simple as possible without being too without being overly simplified. And people are getting their heads wrapped up. Like, I mean, this guy here, Simon, he's been in MLSP. I know that's confusing as heck. So one of the
Oh my
questions
God.
you could
Never
ask
joined that.
is kind of get in towards that, or maybe ask a question, get them towards, like, so obviously, USANA is your long-term build. um, what's the biggest challenge that you're facing, or I don't know, what would you ask, Jerry?
Um, I, I want to point that out real quick. Like, look what you can tell Simon went to my timeline. I'm heading to Jamaica January 5th for my sister's wedding at Rio Ocho Rios. You know, guys, this is what you want. This is how a friendship's born. Now he's asked me a question because he probably knows the same thing I do. He immediately realized, hey, I think this kid is very good at marketing on Facebook. I got to ask him a question immediately because he asked, "What are you building?"
Mhm.
He's trying to now regain the alphaness, and instead of fighting for that between the successful marketer, I can have a friend. So I would ask, you know, right here, MLSP and all that. I'd be like, man, MLSP, and I would say it, MLSP is confusing as heck. Low retention for new people, but you already know that as a newbie. But I am more focused now on product creation and building my downline duplication process. So I'm not answering his question of what business I'm in because I don't think that's relevant. He wanted to tell me about all these businesses, but I want to keep it on me. So that's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on product creation and building my downlines duplication. I'm gonna stay up at least another 4 hours tonight and perfect this strategy more and more and more and more and more and more. In 2013, I think the strategy is going to be so simple and so deadly that I can take a baby and sponsor people. So, um, but then I'll be like, but yeah, man, Ocho. I love Ocho Rios. Have you ever been, Andrew?
No, no, I have not.
Have you ever been to Jamaica?
I have not yet.
My God, you and your wife want to come down? I'm moving back next year. You got to
Really?
no no need for a hotel. Yeah, Obama's out of control, bro.
Hey, that'd be awesome.
No need for a hotel.
I'd love to come down to Jamaica.
10K a month in Jamaica, that's wealthy beyond wealthy because it's still a third world country and it's poor. So yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna be hitting 10K a month here soon, and next year I plan on moving back when I'm at like 20K, 30K range. Yeah, you guys can come down, bring the sun and everything, jump off the cliffs. I hope you're not scared of heights, bro.
No, no, no. Marie is though.
Oh, you gotta push her off then. That's something to do in the mountains. Just throw her off a 90-foot cliff. Yeah, it's fun stuff. I'm not crazy, guys. I'm just playing. Ocho Rios is beautiful. Congrats to the bride. Is your sister? So I'm not even, now. I don't want to talk about business with this guy's a business
Yeah.
professional. I want to make it more personal now. Is your sister younger or older than you? I want to know a little bit more about his family.
Yeah. And that's kind of interesting because, really in terms of business, that question seems totally irrelevant, but it's
Yep.
still a question, and it kind of puts it's like tennis. Now the ball's in his court, he's got to hit it back, or he's gonna like lose the point. But I also like what you mentioned, because you said confusing as heck, which I agree with. And then you said you're focused on product creation and building your downlines duplication process. And I think that's the magic phrase there, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously what is he concerned about? He's in USANA, he's been there for 4 years.
Yeah.
obviously, duplication is a factor. Any company's going to have attrition, and
Yeah.
you already know that MLSP's attrition is very high. So again, you're just kind of, it's like, what's it called? Like in psychology, it's like an embedded.
Look how fast he responded. I know you were gonna like. I'm sorry to cut you off, but look how fast he responded. That just hit this like that just hit points in his subconscious where it's just like it just made him just go, oh man, let's chat because you pointed it out. MLSP is bad. He's in that company. He's all. I knew you were gonna catch that. That's so funny. You caught that downlines duplication process. That's key for a guy like this. That's key. He's probably gonna be like, so what you got going? What
Yeah.
is it?
Because someone that actually, he's got a good sharp profile. He I'm sure he makes sales in whatever he's doing. I don't know how many, but being in a company for 4 years, that shows like loyalty. That shows someone that would be the right kind of person that you want to attract, want to recruit.
Definitely, definitely. That's somebody who's committed to building a seven-figure business. 4 years in the company, guys. I want you to think about look at this industry, guys. Jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. I was guilty as when I was failing at Herbalife, and then Salas, and then I was just thing to thing. And then when I stopped doing that, success came. So he's been with a company 4 years. So even if he's not making a lot of money, he's not stopping. And look, he answered it. I'm 36, she's 29. It's his younger sister.
Hmm.
And look, he agrees. I agree about MLSP. It pays for itself for me, so I keep it. But the retention is tough. And me and Andrew hit it on the number. There's so much to absorb. Isn't that what Andrew just said, guys? There is a big webinar this Wednesday night, which they are promoting as the most change and upgrade since they started. I think they know that there has been newer affiliate programs that have come out that are kicking their ass. So he answered my question about his sister, and he just totally agreed with me about everything I just said and everything Andrew just said. This are the people you want in your business. You got anything, Andrew? I'll let you
Yeah. Now at
take.
this point, would you kind of uh, no, this is what I would do. I don't know if this is what the kingpin
Oh,
of
hit me with it. We
uh,
might be on the same
yeah.
ballpark. Hit me with it. I
I would basically say something like, um, going back to MLSP, you know, what's the one thing about that most of your people are struggling with?
Oh my God, Andrew knows me. Hey Andrew, let
Is
me
that
host
it?
the webinar. Don't be reading my mind. Why don't you let me host the webinar? Don't be reading my mind. That 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 just shocked me. That just shocked me. This is exactly what I was gonna say. Simon, a younger sister getting married.
See, but what you're
A
doing, Jerry, is you're adding in some
personal
personal
stuff.
color to that as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You're always kind of keeping that personal and the business together, and I love how you do that. A lot of the comments and stuff that you've said have been both personal and business because you write a few sentences, and I think that's probably one of the keys. Like you mentioned when you were talking to Jane Jones about how you slipped in the ATM in between two parts where you're just talking about her or her personally her life, right?
Yep, definitely, definitely. Because it's all about painting that picture. I'm painting that picture. I'm the guy you can like. I'm the guy you can trust. And I, I'm so if you're a leader, I'm somebody you can run with, and we can build a seven-figure business. And I will not stop until we have a business. I don't care if you're on top of me or below me. We're in business. Or if you're somebody who's new, I could teach you something and show you something that'll get you some traction, and we can get you that budget to start doing paid marketing because I came from broke. I'm doing paid marketing now. guys, I should not be paid marketing. I should be a 97% statistic. I'm tapped out, done, and I'm not. And this is it right here.
Well,
Like
12K
literally, I
in
don't care.
Herbalife is a big chunk
Oh my
all at
God.
once.
My sponsor loved me, Andrew, because I was so motivated. You know, like I'm just a motivated individual. I don't care what it, even the bad things I've done in my life, I've always given my all. I don't, it's just instilled in my blood. So I came into Herbalife. Guys, laugh right now. Laugh at me. I came into Herbalife. I had a sponsor who had no results, telling me, you got to buy these leads, buy that. And I was like, well, how many leads you bought? Oh, I only bought 500. I was like, screw that. I'm buying 5,000. My sponsor loved me. She was like, woohoo, volume.
Yeah.
I pushed my sponsor up to supervisor level. She's like, what level? What are you coming in at? I'm like, I'm buying the supervisor level. She was like, Jerry, I love you. Me and my sponsor, my sponsor used to call me all the time. And the minute I walked away from Herbalife, she unfriended me on Facebook. She turned on me. And just the other day, she reached out. She was like, Jerry, what the hell you got going on? I see that you're hosting a webinar. I'm not even making 5K. Can I get some help? And I'm like, yeah. And now she's calling me like before, and I'm like, hey, I'm not spending no 12K this time. So it's just funny. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Simon, a younger sister getting married in Jamaica is a blessing, bro. I will be in Jamaica, February 1st. Sorry, it couldn't be sooner. I would have loved to show you the country deeply, especially my hometown of Kingston. But let me ask you, what do you feel has been the hardest obstacle retaining people with MOSP?
Cool, cool. And another thing that I'm going to point out about what you do, just from what I've observed, what I've noticed, is you assume like you are close friends already. What I mean
Definitely.
by that is you've kind of been like, yeah, like, I'll come up and go fishing, and then I'll invite you down here, and we'll go hunting in Massachusetts. And again, oh,
Massachusetts.
I wish I could have been there. And you never even spoken with this guy on the phone, but you're kind of assuming a very close relationship. And I'm wondering if that's kind of leading back to where you started, where you said, like, we think in pictures, and then all that emotion that you're putting into your words. That's that the key here with I think what you're doing, and the reason you're just totally dominating, is because, and I want people to point to kind of see this, is you're using psychology and you're using emotional words, right?
Yep. Yep. Definitely. You hit it on the nail. Um, like what do you like if I was, I'm not going to put Simon and Andrew in the same case, but as you can see with Simon, I'm able to get by the wall. That's the first step with somebody. Get through the wall. But once you
Mhm.
do the wall, what are you going to do next? Are you able to do anything? Because I know there's tons of people in my past. I got through the wall in Visalis and I couldn't sign them up for nothing because there was no pictures being painted in their mind. Like, why should I even listen to this clown? Like, who is this guy?
Mhm.
So I put emotional words in there. He's a leader. I know he has a downline. I know, there's tons of possibilities in the industry this massive and awesome. Like, I'm not, I could bring him over from his whole downline if I create that friendship. That's why I started with, hey, I'll come up to Canada. You come down here. I'll go hunting. We can do ice fishing because that's what Hoverson and Ray and Dillard and Murray and all these big guys do with each other. They all go. They're friends. If you guys haven't noticed that, these top 7 or 8 figure marketers, they're close. They call each other on the phone. Hey, bro, you want to have a beer? Yeah. Like Dillard and Jonathan Budd hang out all day, sometimes if they, depending on what their schedule is. And I'm sure Andrew has a friend who's very successful that he's in that town. Hey, I'm in your town with my wife and son or something like that. So that's what networking is. And he has a downline. He's a leader. He sees the same problems we see. We're close. If you're saying, well, Jerry, will you really fly out there and all that? Hell yeah. I get to go to Canada. That's traveling. That's what I joined this industry for. I can bring my laptop with me and ice fish and make money. Do this strategy and ice fish and take a picture with him and have his downline go, hey, who's that guy?
Yeah.
Like, you can expose yourself. I've used this strategy to get a radio interview about my life. I've used this strategy to have authors ask me, would you like to write a book? I've used this strategy to have Andrew, help me. I was SOS'd out, don't tell Andrew that. I don't want him to think, oh, he used it on me. I've used this strategy to recruit leaders who are better than me, who knew more than me. Like, look at Dave. Dave is a Facebook whiz. I recruited him, and he came in and out-recruited me. Blew my downline up. Why did my downline go from nothing and broke, sleeping on the floor, to Tempur-Pedic mattress and a downline of 314 days? Because I found guys like Dave, taught them this strategy, and they were blown away like, wow, okay, I could do this. And they went hard and bloom. And, look, here we go.
Right.
Here's Simon again. There's too much to absorb in MLSP. These days, he's just agreeing with me. And if you have somebody agreeing with you and they like you, friendship's going to follow behind that. And you both business, entrepreneur mindset people, business is going to follow behind that. Like, I'm so trying to paint the picture in everybody's mind. If you're on this webinar right now, it's not only about sponsoring people in your business. Yes, that's important. With this, you can do it, trust me. But JVs, I've been approached for joint ventures from CPOs of companies because of this strategy. And I was just 30 days ago, 3 months behind on rent, going into it. Like, I had no family. I was going to sleep on the streets. Guys, this stuff is powerful. And if you know 97% who are pitching and spamming, you're going to just dominate them. It's incredible.
Now, let me ask you one question. I'm wondering if, well, first of all, I mean, everyone that's on the webinar, I mean, are you getting value out of this, or are Jerry and I the only ones that are getting some good content out of this? And then the second thing is, so go into the room and post if you're still on the webinar and you're still totally engaged. I'm just learning so much myself. I got a page of notes. But let me ask you.
Crap. I'm teaching my mentor something. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, here's the thing. Like, you got to be always learning, and that's what I connected with you, I think, on when you first mentioned that you studied psychology, right? Because I think if people are interested in psychology, and then copywriting springs from psychology, but psychology, you're just really interested in people, and you're always interested in learning. And if you look at people in personal development, they're always learning, But yeah, I mean, I'm taking notes, even though hopefully some people are taking notes on what I'm saying too. But yeah, I'm definitely taking notes for sure.
Hey, we're both students, because I'm taking notes on some of the stuff you say. Some of the stuff you point out, I'm like, oh, I wasn't thinking that. I'm adding that to the part 2 of this one. All I'm saying right now is I could sell Simon something right now. That's why I've fallen in love with Empower. I have something right now that Simon would buy in seconds. But this is a no-pitch webinar. You might want to be back for number 2. That's all I'm saying. Simon, Regina, it's on.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now,
Andrew said,
Jerry, how do you push someone off to the next day? Because as you said earlier, it will build. It's kind of like a snowball. You know, if you push them off to the next day or a third day rather than trying to close them in that one day,
yep, yep,
the relationship's going to be bigger. Can you talk a
yep,
little bit about how you do that?
yes. Could I? Would you mind if I implemented on Simon? Because I can, it seems like Simon, me and Simon hit it off so good. This conversation can go for 2 hours, but
Sure.
I'll do it right now. So let's wind it down. Michelle. Oh my God, I don't want to say your middle name and you be mad at me. Michelle Hogan said, "I am so going to burn this." Well, I can tell you this, Michelle. Come back for webinar 2. Implement this stuff up until webinar 2. You'll be sponsoring people and you'll be building a following of people. Like, so Michelle wants some results. She's ready. She's ready.
Yeah,
She'll come join.
Mike Park says awesome webinar. Jay Brown, great tips. He's been slacking the last few months using this, so he's totally into it. He's going to be fired up and using this again. D Davis still on, totally engaged, great information. So yeah. Go. How would you kind of talk about that strategy of how you build a relationship by, again, it's kind of like almost like a counterintuitive move of ending the conversation and pushing it off for a day.
Yeah, definitely. So, obviously you guys don't want to talk all day. And there's been times, girlfriend's coming, I gotta go pick her up. Life. We all have life. Kids, I know there's mothers, fathers. So what happens when you're like, man, I'm in the middle of something. This is hot. Me and Simon are connected. I don't want to ruin this scheme. It's awesome. You can just, hey Simon, and I'll explain this right after, guys. Hey Simon, this was a powerful convo, brother. So Andrew's gonna like that. That's an emotional word right there, brother.
Mm-hmm.
That's a family word. That's subconscious. That it's the oh man, guys, subconscious. They're gonna pick up on that. Consciously, it might not do nothing because they might not respond to it, but subconsciously, it's like their heart triggers that love. Love is the most powerful emotion. If you read Think and Grow Rich, to manifest or do anything in the world. Like, Abraham Lincoln was one of the most famous presidents because it wasn't for his wife. He had a love for a woman that he wanted to impress. And look what he did. He wrote the Proxy. He changed the nation. And, after learning that and studying that, I was just like, man, I dove into psychology books and I found words that I know will hit the subconscious mind. So, this was a powerful, no slang. I know my girlfriend's saying no convo, full words. She's still picking on me, Andrew. She loves your wife's blog. Can you ask Marie to tell her to leave me alone?
Convo is a word.
I know she's so smart. I can't take these
Look,
chemistry grad.
if LOL is a word and what was that other one? SHM?
SMH.
SMH? Yeah, I don't even know. I forgot what that is. I didn't take notes on that. So
Tell me, what's SMH again? Andrew forgot. Oh
smack in
yeah,
my head or something.
shaking my head.
Okay. All
I
right.
thought it was shake money happy or something. I was dumb. Conversational, brother. But I do want to definitely follow, continue this tomorrow or later on this week. Tell again, congrats to your sister. Tell her I said Jamaican me crazy, man. Sure. Yeah. throw a wink at him because he's gonna be like, "Huh." You want him to smile now because you're breaking it off, but gonna go ahead and spend time with my woman. Oh snap! I'm sorry. I slipped. Oh, here she comes. Here she comes,
I
Andrew.
saw it. I saw it. We recorded
Oh,
that one. She can play it back. You just
oh
gotta
God, you sold
admit
me out to her now. Even Andrew turned on me, man.
it.
With my woman tonight,
I think that
but
was your first spelling mistake on this webinar, so it
yeah, right. It
must have
had
been
to
on
be that
purpose.
one.
Yeah.
She was. The funny thing is, she was in the next room, and it like the brain waves felt it. She was like, "I gotta go see what he wrote," and I was just like, "Oh God, tonight." But we shall chat later. Hey man. Hey, oh, and then I'll put also, hey man, if you ever have anything good, post on my wall. I love having like-minded peers conversing. There we go. Have a great night. And then we go right back to what he said. We shall be ice fishing soon. Thumbs up. Bang.
Cool. Yeah, I didn't even know how to do thumbs up. So there you go.
Oh, I just learned that. I just learned that. I just learned that. I'm not going to stop doing it. I just learned that. Oh, and I wanted to point out Jane, who was calling me spam artist and all that, scammer.
Uh-huh.
Okay, do I need to have money down? She's pretty much asking to join, but this is a no pitch webinar. This is value. So
Yeah.
I did not respond to that question. I'm gonna leave that to another day. When you have people asking a question, don't respond to it. That's how you move to the next day. You can just reach back out the next day and go, oh, hey, something came up. Uh, don't think I was ignoring you, but I saw that you asked me this question. Is that still on your mind? And they'll just pick up on it like, oh yeah, it was. So what do I need to join you right now? So, and Simon's about to say good night. Talk to you later, bro.
Yeah, we're and I just opened up the chat box. We have a lot of people in here that are just, totally loving the content. Awesome. Definitely be back for number two. Can't believe we're still going. Totally in disbelief. I've been
Look at
wanting
that.
to
Great,
do this.
great chat.
Incredible, incredible content. So yeah, you were saying,
Great
Jerry?
chatting, and we'll look forward to next time. Cheers.
Cool. Well, let's pull it off there because we're almost running on 3 hours for this webinar. But I know people have gotten tons of content out of it. As I said, I've got myself a page full of notes, and I'm just looking forward to webinar number two when we can hear some more of these conversations because this is something that like you got right on there like Michelle and Dave Williamson or what was his name, Dave Williams. Uh, it's working for people
Oh
and
yeah,
getting results.
yeah.
And I just want to thank you for coming out here and sharing this information. And we'll see everybody on webinar number two.
Oh yeah, definitely. Andrew, can I have the gloves to go? Can I please have the gloves off next webinar, please? Give these people what they really want. We got the
Yeah,
value out. Can we just get
yeah,
crazy?
we're gonna get into some of those secret scripts. We're gonna get into how you've been training your downline to do this. I mean, 300 people in a downline in how long did you say?
2 weeks, man.
2 weeks. I
God,
mean,
I wish I was in Visalis with those results. Ambassador.
yeah, and yeah, and also following up with leads. I think I'm super stoked for webinar number two. I think we've set the stage enough, and then also closing. We're going to be talking about how you close people, how you get them on the phone. What you say when you get them on the phone, and how you make that transition. And it's going to be pretty powerful. So Jerry, awesome content. I love what I've learned from you, and I appreciate you getting out here and sharing that with us.
No problem, Andrew. Thank you for giving me the stage, and so happy I met you. Happy met you at the time I was going through that. It couldn't have been better. Who would have thought? A couple months later, we'd be right here on a webinar.
It's perfect. Well, thanks a lot, Jerry. Appreciate it. We'll see you on everybody on Wednesday. It's going to be the same. If you've already registered for the webinar, you don't need to register again. We'll see you on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thanks, everybody.
Night, everybody. Bye.